Legendary moments will be captured. So stand up, scream, and make sure the boys feel you.
And the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah! How about them Cowboys?
Well, good evening, everybody. Game Time Brian here. Yes, Game Time Brian. I was out on the water today, everybody. I was out on the boat. I didn't post any of the footage. I'll do that when I get a chance. But what I can tell you is I'm too old to be getting up at 3:45 in the morning and be able to function the whole day without a nap. So when I came home, I crashed for a couple hours. But welcome, everybody, and welcome to my 3 channel members that are in here now. We got Drew, Loyal, and Chris Mays hopping in. And whoever that is, what's up? What's up? Coyote, welcome. Welcome to the Mailheads crew. Thank you so much. That's a wonderful birthday present is to spend time with you guys and add another one to the Mailheads crew. I appreciate everybody who's doing that. So Wade's in, another one of my guys. He's going to give me a ride from the airport to the hotel. We're going to hang one night. I'm looking forward to that. I don't believe Primetime Phil is going to be in the house. He's under the weather again. Phil, if you're watching, I love you, bro. But for a guy who's in a warm climate, you're about as sick as they come. I like Needle and Phil. Phil's the best. But how is everybody doing? And more importantly, Loyal, you were the first one in. You got the floor. What's up, brother? How you doing today, man?
First off, I want to say happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, brother.
Thank you, my guy. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm doing good. Just ready for the season to start. You know, excited. I'm just glad football's back.
Yeah, that's the one thing we got going for us, right? We got football, real football. Now, you know, I'm going to rely on you guys. I did just get a little bit of news from Mark Holmes, watching some of his stuff, trying to catch up on everything, you know, the news of the day. I did do a video. I did that video like 4:30 this morning. So I did post that video. So I don't know how it aged, but
did you watch that Dan Cilio video with him and Mark?
I did not. I didn't see anything with Dan.
Dan Cilio was talking about something's come up the pike where the Cowboys are looking to trade CeeDee Lamb.
I don't watch that
Packers.
negative news, man.
Yeah.
CD ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
He's not going nowhere.
I warned Mark not too long ago, and we'll get everybody else in here in a sec. But I did warn Mark after the last couple times that show has turned for the negative. I don't think. Again, I personally know. I know why Mark's doing it. So I'm not at liberty to say it, but I know why he's on the show, and it's good for business. I get it, bro. I do. I definitely get it. But
I still don't think they're going to sign our players before the beginning of this year. I really think the front office is staying pat.
Will probably get signed, but it's close. Dak definitely not.
I'm not going to hold my breath. I'm telling you, they're not signing anyone.
Coyote, happy birthday now. Now throw me in the hopper. Yes, you see what I got behind me. I got that's the limited edition Micah Parsons bobble. At least we know he's on the team, right, guys? At least he's on the team for another couple, 2 years.
And according to Mike Fisher, this is all and according to plan with Dak. Don't be surprised if Dak don't get signed till after this year.
Really? Well, then he's
This
in it
is
for the money, then,
all.
bro.
This is all according to plan, according to the Cowboys and according to Mike Fisher. This is all pretty much Dak and the Cowboys. This is all. They know that this is happening,
Okay. Well,
so they don't expect a contract to get done probably till after this offseason.
Coyote. Well, then why is Dak saying that their talks are going well? Just come out and say it. That's my problem with the whole thing, Wade. But we'll pick right up on that. Drew, a good evening. Well, is it evening there? It's 5 o'clock there. It's 10 after 5. So what's up,
Yes.
Drew and Chris May?
What's happening, man?
What's going on, man?
Happy birthday, brother.
Thank
Happy
you,
birthday,
man.
bro.
Just another year, right? We're just another year towards
Yes, sir.
our destination. So, you off today?
Yeah, I'm off today, bro.
That's cool. You deserve it.
Yeah,
Shout out to
tomorrow.
all of our workers out there. My wife's been a long time nurse, doing it
What's
for a
up
long
to
time.
everybody in the chat?
Yeah. So, Chris May, what's up, brother? How are you, brother?
Doing very well. Happy birthday.
I was watching. Thank you. I was watching. I watch a lot of YouTube. We watch different YouTubers, and they were going through Idaho. Boy, is it beautiful there, bro.
It's not too bad. The farther north you go, it's nicer.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
The upper part.
My buddy's like, I want to move to Wyoming, or he went to. He was on a road and he went through Wyoming and Idaho. He goes, that's where I want to settle down. I'm like, yeah, I have a buddy who lives in Idaho, so it's probably cheaper out there.
Oh, condolences,
little
Jet
bit.
Li. I was looking through the chats, and Jet Li says he's asking for prayers. His stepdad passed away. Condolences, brother.
all right.
Sorry,
Oh,
man.
man, sorry to hear
Yeah,
that.
Going
me-
out to you.
Let me start at the top then
Lost
with
some
the
prayers,
chat.
bro.
Let me start at the
Lost
top
some
with
prayers,
the
brother.
chat. Isaac Ramirez, Zimmer's a building. Yeah, Zimmer. We'll see, man. I like what I heard from practice, but we'll get to that. We got Lady Libra. How are you, Lady? Brad, what's up, Brad? I'm glad to see you, brother. Thank you for the birthday wishes, my friend.
What's up, Brad?
CZ, what's up, my guy? How are you?
You need to make a
CZ?
theme song for the females on here, like
I
Mark
know.
has.
I have to do that. I do have a couple more weeks. I will get to that. It seems like I don't know if it's me or because, stupid me. All my videos that I've done, my 700 videos, I haven't monetized any of them. I mean, I thought I was monetized. I'm monetized, but you literally have to go on and physically hit and they do more checks when you do that. So any kind of footage, I got to stop doing because I just keep getting demonetized. It's very frustrating what they're doing right now. But anyway.
Facebook is worse with audio.
It's ridiculous, man. You got to be kidding me. I've got my big ugly face over
Man.
half of the screen and they're still demonetizing it. But Arturo Gomez, what's going on? We got Loyal Cowboy and his alter ego in the chat. Who else? Drew, thank you. I see Marcus Blackman Sr. Dope intro song games. Thank you, Marcus. I
I got a
appreciate it, man.
mascot game time.
That's the mascot. What's the mascot's name? I asked
His name
you.
is Victory.
Ooh, I like it. I like
Victory.
it.
Nice.
Victory.
I had to get my own mascot.
Nice, I like it. Dustin
only have two
Bosley, what's
things
up,
around
Dustin?
here.
How are you, brother? Coyote, I know I said hello. What's up, Coyote? Jet Li 44, how are you, man? Jet Li, thanks. Marcus Bars, Forever America's team. Never mind what you haters. Good for you, man. Ginger Rogers, how are you, Ginger? Thank you. Happy birthday. Thank you. We're getting to the end. We're getting Twiz. What's up, Twiz? How are you, man? You stirring the gravy?
Yeah.
I'm
What's
hoping
up,
you're stirring the
Twiz?
gravy, bro.
Manny,
I think
Jeff.
that's it. Who else we got? Michael Rizzo. Happy birthday. Yeah, I'm not big on birthdays, but I appreciate everybody. It's hard to get away from it when it's on Facebook, and I'm not a big Facebook guy either, but I usually use it to post my stuff. I've been on it a little more lately.
Oh, you're going to Brazil, Mouse? Okay.
Brazil, look at Mouse. I got some good
Going out
news,
to get
Brian.
some
I was able
Brazilian
to push
women?
my start date to the 8th so I could. Oh, no, he's watching the Brazil game. He ain't going to
Okay.
Brazil. It's better.
I was like,
off.
man, let me
Jeff.
go. I ain't no Eagles fan, but I
Jeff
like to go
Lee.
to Brazil, though.
Bang Bang, Philadelphia's in the house. What's up, Bang Bang? Vinny Hagan, Mano Hawkins Zone. Vinny, I was down in Avalon today. Sugar Daddy, what's up, Sugar Daddy? What's going on? We got a full house in here. We're just North of 50 people. That's awesome. So anyway,
Hit them likes.
yeah,
Yeah,
give
yeah,
us a
so
like.
it's
I
like
appreciate it. I did share it on social media, so we'll see. But Mouse LMAO. I wish, but I am going to that Eagles Ram game in LA because I'm from Cali. Ah, that's cool. So you probably got a place to
I'll be
stay.
there. I got my
Eagles
tickets already.
has landed. What's up, brother?
I'll be in Cleveland week 1.
Yeah,
for the-
make sure what I'm going to start doing is posting stuff onto the I guess the community tab. Just post photos. So if you guys like loyal, I have some of your stuff from wrestling. I might just start putting all the channel member stuff. I might just start like putting like photos that you send me on there. I just got to do it. You know, it's just something else I have to remind myself to do. So, but let's get into the news. Yeah, I missed this. I must have been out on a boat, but
Linville Joseph.
yeah, well, I missed that we cut Carl Davis the other day. If I would have known that,
What?
then I didn't realize that we
Wait.
released Carl Davis.
Is that the guy you guys just
No,
signed?
no. We had him. We released Sheldrick a red wine, but I didn't realize when we picked up Carl Lawson that we released Carl Davis. That was the one technique, the veteran guy that didn't have a good year last year. I was saying may fit better in Mike Zimmer's defense. Well, he was released. So, and then we waived Shaka Tony. He was one of the 2 guys we picked up. El Kadim Muhammad, actually number 92, actually looked good in the preseason game, albeit in a preseason game. So, but we did go out today and bring in Linville Joseph. So I actually hit this one on the head. I made a comment about it the other day. I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if we add one more big body, just again as a rotational piece. So I'm liking that they're listening to Mike Zimmer and at least saying, yo, I need these type of bodies, because Drew is right. You need a certain body type to play Zimmer's defense. If you don't have it, you don't have to have all pros, but you need to have big boys who could do what they're asking you to do. So now, in my opinion, that takes that much pressure. I think, listen, Mozzie Smith can't help but have a better year than last year. Now, what that's going to transition to, I'm not here to say. I don't know. But he didn't do much of anything last year. So I think now you got Jordan Phillips in here. You got Mozzie. You got the 2 rookies. And now you bring in Linville Joseph. These are all one techniques to play next to our decent 3 techs. It helps. So, anybody's thought, and we'll start with the the Linville Joseph. He's 35, people. I want to keep it 100. This is a 1-year deal. He actually got more than I thought. Played with Buffalo last year next to Jordan Phillips. I think he got 1 year, $4 million. So your thoughts on that, everybody?
He's a veteran. I mean, I think he can bring leadership to the locker room. But as far as his on-field abilities, I don't know how much he has left in the tank.
Yeah, and we're going to keep it 100.
I mean,
here.
we need a morale booster in our locker room, though, especially after the way we got our butts handed to us against Green Bay. These guys need players in there that get these guys fired up. So I think that's good for the locker room. I don't know, like I said, how he is on the field, but he knows Mike Zimmer. He knows what he expects. So maybe he can help these guys, get there.
Cool.
It's a body. It's a body.
100% with loyal.
Yeah,
Needed.
I'm curious Drew's opinion, because he'll keep it real. I mean, he'll say if it's a good move, it's not a good move.
I think it's a decent move. It's a body that's much needed for Zimmer's defense. And I've been saying that you need those one techniques to run the Zimmer's defense.
Yeah, you have been. You have been consistent with that.
And I think that because I've been saying all along, I don't care how good your linebackers are. If the linebackers are going to feed off the play of the line, if the line doesn't play up the par and they're not stopping the line, I don't care how good your line is. They're going to get ate up by those big offensive linemen. So I think it's a decent move. Now, will it pan out? We'll see. I mean, the guy here is 35 years old, but I think it's
as a rotational piece. I think it should be okay.
I think it's a decent move.
Yeah.
You know, we'll see how. Will it help Mozzie? I mean, we'll see.
Well, I think it should, right? Because now, uh, again, what they asked again, and I see all the chat. Everybody, we're talking. Thank you, Raymond Walker, Dustin Roberts. Welcome, bro. Listen, I mean, I see it. You know, I would just be. Thank you, Mark Hutchinson. I would be just listen. You're allowed to have your opinion. That's what YouTube is. I'm not here to tell you not to have an opinion. Go ahead and have your opinion. But when you say like he's trending towards a bust, 1 year and he's a bust.
I'm not saying.
I don't think that's
Yeah, I'm not
fair,
saying.
people. I would say
Yeah, I'm not saying.
nobody. Again, he was a bottom of the round guy. I don't think he's ever making a Pro Bowl, but I don't know that he won't.
Give him about 3 years.
You know, I think you got to give him a little time, people. Again, we're not
At least 4 years.
We're not
At least
telling
4.
you he's Jalen Carter. We're not even telling you he's Jordan Davis. Why? Because he's not. He wasn't that pedigree of a guy coming out. And to hear what they were asking him to do, I know it's revisionist history, people. It sounds like I'm making excuses for Mozzie. I'm here to tell you, I don't care either way but Mozzie Smith. You saw when my response when they drafted him, I was in shock that we drafted him. I know where his draft value was. It was a second-round guy. What they asked him to do, there you go, Mark Hutchinson. What they asked Mozzie to do last year was totally against everything he's ever done. So you need to give him a little bit of a break. Listen, I understand that you're not a Cowboy fan, so I get it. We're all having fun here. But really, if you're going to keep it 100, just give him a chance. Just say Mozzie has a lot of improvement to make or he's going to be out of the league after his contract. That's the fact, right? Is that not the fact? If he doesn't get better, he'll never see a second contract, whether it's with the Cowboys or anybody. So Mozzie will benefit from knowledge rotation. Thanks, Dustin, for the super chat, brother.
I think to be fair, I think that's still going a little extreme. This is the second year. You can't. I have to hold them to the same standard you hold Nolan Smith to. You know what I mean?
That's a good
Nolan
call.
Smith,
because I've had Nolan back.
Smith,
a lot of people are writing him off, and I think he's going to have a good year. But it's
I'm
me, you know.
I'm not writing him off.
No, but a lot of people are.
He didn't play a lot because it was a deep rotation. You had Hassan Reddick. It was a deep rotation that we had for our defensive ends last year. So he didn't really get really a fair chance to play last year. So now he's going to get his shot. Now, the thing with Nolan Smith is Nolan really a defensive pass rusher or is he a linebacker? I think he's kind of a tweener.
I think
we're going to find out this year.
Fangio, though, in my opinion.
I think he does. I think he does fit perfect with Fangio's defensive scheme. We're going to find out. So, to be fair, I can't really. I think, to be fair, I can't not Mozzie and give him the fair opportunity.
And this actually is a good transition, Drew, because what were they saying just 2 weeks ago about Nakobe Dean, right? This is how fast things can change with a young player, right? This is how fast things can change. Trust me when I tell you, Nakobe Dean was not doing well, and everybody in the Eagles, 95% of the people were like, dude, he ain't going to make it. It was out there. It wasn't me. And he had one good week of practice, and things started clicking in his young brain. And now what? Now he's your best linebacker, arguably. I know that's a lot to say, but I trust the people that are out of practice, and especially John McMullen, Twizznose, he watches it. Right. He is all over the field, and he knows where he's going, and he's playing with confidence. So,
well, the thing was with him was it was availability. When he played decent. But when you're hurt,
what's up, big dogs?
Your best ability is available. When he played, he was decent.
Oh,
but when you're hurt, then it's like what do we know? But hopefully, knock on wood, he stays healthy, and we can see what he has to offer. And and we have some depth there. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. is playing well, and if Devin Smith pays off, then we're looking at a very good competitive linebacking core. So we'll see what happens.
But I mean, I'm just making the point that, There was a lot of people saying he's a bust, and it doesn't take a
Yeah,
lot for
because he wasn't healthy. Yeah, he
right.
wasn't healthy.
It doesn't
And if he
take
could stay healthy,
it doesn't take much to you know, you change the narrative is what I basically
yeah,
get.
and he's changing it. And if he can stay healthy, and if he plays well, then we have something on our hands.
I'm posting my buddy's YouTube channel in I'm pinning it at the top. If anybody's into he's a Cowboy fan, but he also he owns a toy store, and he's involved in a bunch of he does like a lot of like collectible toys. So he's got a YouTube channel. So he's just getting
Oh, really?
yeah. So I pinned it at the top. Big Dog's Toy Chest. So go check him out.
I got a store right.
Hey, Big Dog, I was watching a lot of your videos, man. I got to give you a little bit of tips, but he walks around.
I'm
He
in the
goes
comic
to
books
shows.
too, man.
He goes from shows to shows to shows, and I know me. When I see that stuff, it kind of brings back memories. I like
Any adult toys. Come on,
I got a store right around the corner
Thanks,
from me where
Mouse.
this
He's
guy,
local
he has
guy
like
too, even though he's a Cowboy
all the
fan.
old crap I used to play with when I was a kid, and I'm like, man. So yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, I like the old like when I
Transformers,
like
G.I.
the old
Joe.
G.I. Joe,
like
He-Man.
Ultraman.
X-Men figures.
I used to have the big Ultraman. I like the I like all the like Batman and Robin stuff, the old figures. Like, you know what I used to like, and I know they're expensive. I got expensive taste. Like the old TV show sets, like the $6 Million Man.
yes, sir.
Like the what do you call it? Like the nerve center, like that. I used to like that stuff. So everybody sub up to Big Dog. He's supposed to be getting more content. He's a cool dude. So
Star Wars.
I'm in the
I
comic
got
books,
them all,
Big
Big
Dog. You
Dog.
like
Star
comic
Wars,
books?
I used to have all kinds of crap when I was a kid.
Yeah, I was watching all your videos the other day. I'm not going back to work for another couple more weeks, Big Dog. So I was just letting them roll. I'm watching one after another. It's funny, you see the same people at these at these Comic Cons and all. It's kind of cool. But yeah, I was always into that stuff as a kid, so it brings back memories. So, but circling back to football, I'll leave his chat up there for a while if anybody wants to check it out. Philly D's in the house. What's up, brother? How are you, Philly D? Marcus, correct, Marcus. Hurts got
Right on, Sugar Daddy.
has sucked all camp. What? Philly D?
It's camp, man. I mean, you can't judge a player by camp. I'm not saying that. I mean, he's an Eagle. He's our rival, but you can't base it off of that.
I would say this, man. The only thing I would say about Jalen Hurts is his numbers are going to go up this year. People, get ready for it. And if it don't, then that's a problem. But if I had to bet money, he's going to have better numbers this year. So if there's a number out there, if there's a gambling number like 4,000, I think he gets over that number easily this year. Just because of Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore puts up numbers. His numbers are going to go up. Everybody that was talking junk on Jalen, I don't think it's fair. It's a team game, people. What happened?
He threw his first interception today too.
Okay. Dax, he throws one every other day. Whatever. It's practice. I expect more interceptions in camp. That's why when everybody was talking about, oh my God, we're setting records, I would back off of that narrative because that doesn't help anything. Because now you're putting up to a standard that you can't keep. Even the greats are going to throw them. You ain't going to make a great pass sometimes unless you try and stick it in a tight window. So, Tanner. Jalen threw a pick. Okay. I like Tanner McKee, by the way.
Throw Jalen away.
Fish on today.
Like
yes,
Tanner.
Philly D. I caught two, brother.
I like Tanner. Tanner's legit.
Yeah, and if I miss anybody in the chat, I'm sorry. Eric Wallace, what's up, brother? How are you? Eric's in that. I see Hamid stirring the gravy. What's up, man? Eagles had landed. Marcus Blackman, Reed Elliott, Shore Parks, right up on Hurts and how he's killing it in Moore's. Yeah. I've told people he's doing well. Oscar Perini, what's up, Oscar? How are you, brother? Yeah, we're moving right along, man. I mean, I never. It's funny how people subscribe, but it doesn't always. you don't always see the views right away. It's weird. It's a very interesting thing to me.
You know, Brian, I was having a conversation with my dad. My dad's been a diehard Cowboys fan since the early 70s. And he has had a good point. You know, he's tired of Dak. You know, I'm not, I had to agree with him. You know, Dak ain't gotten us where we needed to go, but he's got a point. You know, people are giving, Trey Lance a hard time. He's only 24. He's very young. He's younger than most quarterbacks drafted this year. You know, maybe give him more time.
Yeah.
You know, think about that. He's younger than most of the quarterbacks taken in the draft this year.
Yeah. How old is he? He's still 23, right?
Yeah, I think he's 23, about to be 24.
All right, let me look him up.
I think he's great with his legs, but I want to see more his throwing abilities.
I've never
There's
said.
potential there.
Okay, he's 24. He just turned 24 in May. So, dude, he's born in 2000.
I mean, we gave Dak 8 years. I'm willing to give, Lance a few more years.
Here's my deal then. I guess it was smart not picking up his 5th-year option, because then you would have been locked into millions and millions of dollars, right? But Trey's free after this year. So I guess that's why they're not going to sign
work a little
Dak.
contract out with him, probably.
Yeah, I'm sure they could work out like another small deal. I think if Trey was smart, he would try and stay somewhere for a while, even if that meant another 2-year. Let's say.
Let's be honest though, the writing's on the wall for Dak, and I like Dak, and I want Dak to be. I want Dak to retire a Cowboy, but the writing's on the wall. This is a prove it year for Dak. I mean,
yeah, if we fall flat on our face this year with Dak,
it's going to be one of those years, man. They said it's 8 years, and I like Dak. I'm a huge Dak supporter, but I mean that is what it is.
Look, yes, I'm a big Dak supporter too. My whole thing is, me and you both know a loyal Cowboy, and anyone who's watched the NFL for years, there's just some quarterbacks, they're good in the regular season, but when it comes to the playoffs, they just don't reach that next level. They just don't. They can't elevate.
Well, I think that the losses that we had was more of a team loss. It wasn't all on Dak.
Not
the
all
team.
of them.
The team.
Last year was a disaster, but man, them 49ers losses, please. If we'd had Peyton Manning on our team, he'd have diced them dudes up. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to compare Dak to Peyton, but that's the level of quarterback play I want.
Yeah.
Damn.
Trigger alert.
What's the matter?
If Dak is not signed by the end of the year.
Oh, yeah. If he ain't signed by the end of the year, he's walking. It's a wrap.
So does that mean, regardless of how well or how bad they do, does that mean that Dak is not a Cowboy?
All right, Twiz.
I think Dak, if he makes it to the end of the year without a contract, I think he tells Jerry and them, I'm gone.
Well, I don't have a problem with it. I just wish they would.
I don't. I've made peace with it.
Yeah. I don't care either way. My thing is this. I just wish I would stop the rhetoric. If you're telling me Dak is not signing this year, then just say, nah, I'm going to hold off until after the year.
So here's
just
my issue.
End it.
Yeah, just end it.
Because
yeah, that's my thing,
Jerry's
Brian.
Out there running his mouth saying, well, I don't know what's going to happen. Just end it.
Yeah, but
you're hurting the
Dak's
fans.
running his mouth too. Oh, I got to get, I got to get a bigger contract for the quarterbacks behind me. I got to say, that's bullshit.
Don't like that.
That's bullshit.
Don't like it. All of a sudden, our guy's got to be the exemplar for
Dak,
everybody
you're gonna
coming behind you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. I agree. So again, what we're seeing
Jerry
from Trey Lance is all positive, people. We want him to progress. We're gonna call him out if he's crap, right? We're gonna tell it's all preseason, but if you can't show nothing in preseason, I don't care who you're playing with, and that's bad. There's not a lot of defense.
He's great with his legs, like I said.
But he is getting better.
But if he wants to survive as a quarterback in the NFL, he needs to learn how to throw the ball.
As a third,
I'm not saying he
this
can't.
Year,
I haven't seen it. I'm not saying he can't.
Well,
I just see this.
He threw 2 more touchdowns in practice today. So again, he's getting better.
What made me out on Dak is the 49ers loss that in San Fran. literally pushed me out on Dak. And then when I saw my quarterback, my top dollar quarterback on the sideline against the Green Bay Packers looking like a deer in the headlights,
Yeah, I
that
know, you like
really
that.
put me over the edge. That really pushed me over the edge to say, get rid of this dude.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Deer. Let me see if I can find a deer. Oh, okay. It's two. There it is. Looks like Rudolph.
I mean,
Oh.
damn, folks, most franchises would have moved on by now if their quarterback hadn't taken them to a conference title by now. Let's be real here, people. Most franchises would have moved on by now.
What do you guys think of Tyler
Yeah.
Guyton and Cooper Beebe playing? What do you think of Cooper Beebe playing center?
Oh, he's improved greatly. I'm
I thought he
actually.
looked good. And
I'm
Tyler
actually-
Guyton,
What's
he's
that?
he's pushing cats down on the ground.
I was impressed.
like, man.
The learning curve on BB is pretty steep because we were kind of sold a bill of goods when they drafted him that he played center. But when you really look into it, he hadn't played center since high school. He goofed around with snaps in college, but he's never played a game at.
But he looked pretty damn good to me.
But like I said, he started out a little bit shaky, right, with the snaps. But once that's down, what's nice about BB, and that's why he could be a day one starter at guard if we didn't already have two Pro Bowlers at either side, in Zach Martin and Tyler Smith. He would definitely be a good a guard year one, but he's actually pushing center and he's collapsing the play. He's getting unbelievable depth when he snaps the ball. I mean, again, we'll see what he does against guys like Jalen Carter, but let's be honest. Jalen Carter is the best in the league, in my opinion. So you may struggle against him doesn't mean you're a failure as well. You know what I mean? So it'll be interesting to see how he does if he indeed is the starter. So
I was impressed with BB. I think more. I don't know. I was impressed with. I like what both of them did, right? But I mean, we kind of have to taper it off on
definitely
the type of talent that they played against. But I was impressed with what both of them did.
Yeah, Oakland was nice
more
because that
so
was her
with-
once.
Right. More so with BB because I think it's easier to play in the trenches like guard and center than it is to play, tackle. But they look good. They look
Early,
good.
yeah, I'm definitely. Listen, you're not gonna, you can't say anything either way other than we would know right away if they were looking bad, right? That's the thing. We would know. Oh my God, like Mozzie last year, oh my God, he's getting turned. We knew that we were in for a rough year with Mozzie. Little did we know what the whole backstory. But Mark Hutchton, thanks for the super chat. Trey Lance reminds me a lot of Wentz. I'll let Drew and the Eagle people talk.
No. Wentz was far.
I would say Wentz. Well, actually, Lance was rated. Like, where was Trey Lance drafted? Second overall? Is that what he was drafted? I'm just curious.
They were both drafted second overall.
I don't know. Let me see.
Because Golf was number one, right? Golf was number one. Golf was number one. Wentz was number two. And then Trey Lance was number two. So they were both number two.
49ers sought a franchise quarterback with the selection of Trey Lance, number 3 overall pick in 2021.
Oh, he's number 3. Okay.
So then where was Carson?
He was number 2 behind Golf.
Pick number 2. Oh, 2016. Wow, he's been around that long. Wow, time flies, everybody. Holy shnikes.
Yep. He came out the same year as Dak and
Twiz had a dream of Wentz, your 25 starter. Oh, don't. Here we go. Oh, shit. Dude, that's the. Could you imagine if they brought in? But that actually is not a bad. I mean, that's not a bad scenario. Wade, what would you think? Carson Wentz resurrects his career this year in Kansas City and comes to Dallas. Wow. Wade's not there. There
You
he
know
is.
who would have an
That would
aneurysm if
be
that happened?
amazing.
You would like it?
You know who would have an aneurysm if that happened?
Who's that?
You know who.
Mark would have an
The
aneurysm
500?
if
Mark
if
would have an
Mark-
aneurysm.
Oh, okay.
Oh my lord.
Hey,
Oh,
man,
my
Philly
Lord.
500 both be like, oh, man.
Yeah.
I know Mark would be okay. Philly would be okay.
What's
Mark,
up, Felix?
Mark, not so much.
Lord
I don't
have
think
mercy.
Mark would take it. I don't think Mark would take. I don't think he'd take that too much.
Mark can have.
You're breaking up. Mouse says the 2017 version of Wentz is the best QB
Exactly,
I've seen
Fred.
play.
Philly D, yes. I'm coming to see you, Elizabeth. I'm coming to join you.
Mark Holmes would have Fred Sanford heartache.
Oh yeah. Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you, honey.
Cowboys Thanos. Did he just say both were picked with the number 2 pick? No, Lance was number 3, and Wentz was number 2 in separate years. Cowboys Thanos. Wentz was in a 2016 out of North Dakota State, and Trey Lance was number 3 overall in 2021. And where did he go? Did he go to North Carolina State?
Yeah, he went to South. He went to the same
He
school
went to
as
South
Carson
Dakota.
Wentz.
Yeah, he
Holy
went to the same
shit, we
school
could
as
have
Carson.
both of the quarterbacks. We could have Wentz as the
Wouldn't that be
starter and
something, huh?
Trey's the backup. North Dakota State,
Wouldn't that be something, huh?
South.
Or Mark Holmes.
Mark. Mark's
Mark
probably making
would-
something. He's
Mark
probably
would drive
cooking.
his truck into the red brick house.
Oh my God, Dak
He
all
would
day,
drive
every day.
his
Hey,
truck.
Brad.
Right to the red brick house.
Here's the problem, Brad. Our own franchise don't want him. Until they sign him, they don't want him. So blame
Jerry Jones.
Blame Jerry Jones for not.
No,
getting
blame
the deal
Steven
done.
Jones.
And Steele. Well,
Blame Jerry
listen, I'm
Jones.
blaming old man Jerry because he's the one that's running his mouth all the time. I don't see Steven out front saying, "Oh well,
Yeah,
we've had great talks." No, he knows better. You know,
where is Steven?
he's in
Steven
a
is
cave.
back playing Legos and drinking chocolate milk. What the
What's
hell?
up, D Shift? Again,
He's just sitting there counting his money. That's all he's
D-Shift,
doing.
Dak don't
Yeah.
care. I mean, again, it's not our fault.
I got this here yacht.
Some
Mhm.
Cowboy fans are, what's up, Devil Dog? Some Cowboys are just tired of it.
Yeah.
Make
We're
a
tired.
decision. I don't care what it is at this point. Make a freaking decision. Stop leaving us hang like you're dangling a steak in front of us because I ain't that hungry. I'm sorry.
All
I
they
don't
care
need
about is, we're a $10 billion team. I don't care about
we
that.
don't
I
give
want
a
Super
crap.
Bowls.
Thanks,
I want
Marcus.
championships.
And I'm not here to say I hate
And-
Dak. I think Dak is a very good quarterback. But again, I'm frustrated. Aren't you frustrated, Dallas fans? We
Yes,
got a quarterback
very.
who's saying that I want to set the market for everybody behind me when that's not your job. Okay,
I'm just tired of losing
Joe
in the
Burrow
playoffs.
didn't
We
do
We
that.
get in there
Why
and
should you?
we just crumble, man. I'm tired of that. I want to win.
Same here.
You Dallas
You know.
fans, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Drew's he's going to
At the- at
capitalize on
training-
a misery right here. Everybody, get ready.
No.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm being dead serious. All right. At training camp, there was nobody there.
Yeah.
Nobody was there. All camp.
Nope.
Right? America's team. That's what you claim.
But they don't
Where
have
the
nobody
hell
playing
were
in
the fans?
preseason.
Well, again, Drew, aren't
Where
you
the hell
proud
were
of
the
that?
fans?
As an Eagle fan,
No,
and you know what
no,
Eagle fans
no.
would do?
It's no. What I'm saying is it's not a matter of being proud.
Yeah,
It's
you
just-
want
what
to
I'm
voice your
saying is-
concern.
No, what I'm saying is like for Jerry, like you guys say it's a circus. Jerry is like, he's waiting for, the media attention and for the fans to be like, we want the spotlight to be on us when we sign these guys at the last minute. Well, the fans are like, we don't give a damn. I'm not coming out to support you guys. I'm not coming out to pay $250, $350 to come and to not even $25 to sit in the crowd. The hell with you, Jerry. I'm not even coming out. And then God only knows how much money Mark spent
game.
to go out
You
there
don't play to just play.
and to sit in empty seats. Like that's crazy.
That's the great thing about
As a
sports.
fan, forget about it.
You play to win.
As a fan, you spent all that money to go
Well,
out
what
there
happened was that second
for,
game we got
for
our
people
ass
not
kicked
even
in the second
defeated.
half. We just got
Like
our ass
that's
totally
crazy,
kicked.
right?
We couldn't do
And my
So
thing
what
is
does that
this.
say, man?
offensively.
That's wild.
We couldn't make
And
a
then
first down.
and
We
CeeDee's
couldn't run the ball.
still
We
not
didn't
something.
try to run the ball.
And my
We
thing
couldn't
is Patrick
complete a
Mahomes, the
pass.
Chiefs, they
We
just won the
sucked.
freaking Super
The
Bowl.
second half, we
But they
sucked.
go out there
We
and play
couldn't
at least
stop
a
the
couple
run.
rounds. Why
Every time
can't
they
we
got
do
the
that?
ball, they went
You know, I
down and
mean,
got
these guys
points.
need
We got
to
our
they
ass
need to
totally
toughen
kicked
up.
the second half.
Oh,
That's
I
what
don't
it
want
boiled
these
down
guys
to.
to get
It
hurt.
was
That's
the
what you're
worst
getting paid the big
performance in
money
the
for.
second half.
You're getting paid the big
Yeah,
money
totally
to go out
embarrassed,
there
totally
and
ashamed.
compete at a high level.
Yep.
Give me
I
the
want-
money.
I want
don't care.
Jalen.
You
I
can
want
knock me.
Jalen,
I'll probably
exactly.
get blown up, but
I agree.
heck, I would take a
I
hit
agree.
from freaking Myles Garrett or whoever. I don't
I
care
agree.
if I'm getting paid that type of money. Knock me the hell out. I don't care.
I agree.
But
I want
you
the
guys are getting
Eagles.
paid
I
big
want our
money,
starters to do the same.
not to sit there and try to look pretty. You need to go out there and prove yourself and prove why you're worth that money, why you're in the league.
I agree. I want our starters, loyal. I want our starters at least to go play one. I want us to just go one. Just do one. You know, play
One series.
Whatever. Just one series. Just
I
one.
mean, you're going to be rusty as hell. You know, everyone. I'm
Yeah.
sure when week
I don't
one,
care if they look like trash.
yeah,
I don't care what you look like. Just go play one series.
you can't grade a team on week one because there's going to be some good teams that I don't even know if my Cowboys are going to win. I'm going to that game, but there's going to be some teams that are going to look rusty and maybe turn it around. But that's why they need to get out there in a
I want to talk to D
preseason.
Shift real quick. D Shift, brother, thank you. You're always in here. I appreciate you. What's up, Tommy? Tommy T, what's up, my man? D Shift, don't get it twisted here. I love Dak, but I'm tired of the organization. And then instead of, again, I've been calling for Dak to come out and speak his mind more critically, you know, and he has. So I mean, I can, but I don't agree with. I got to worry about the quarterbacks coming from behind me. You know, the players' union. You know, listen, now's the time. You've already had. Dak has been the highest quarterback over the last 4 years. Period. The highest paid quarterback. Look up the numbers, people. He's been paid more than any quarterback in the NFL over the last 4 years. That's a fact. So I like Dak. I'm on record as saying I hope we keep Dak. But this constant not knowing is draining on me. I can't. It's not good for me, my health. I'm ready to move on one way or another. Jerry Jones, you crusty bastard, and I love you. But, you know, you need to stop, man. You need to stop. It's the franchise, D-Shift. Yes. I don't love the players either, D-Shift. That's why I'm saying we all need to hope that Trey Lance continues to grow. That's not a bad thing. Because then you start to look like, not you, but if anybody is wishing ill will on Trey Lance, then you're not a Cowboy fan. You're a Dak Prescott fan, okay? And again, Daks are going to come and go, Drew. The Emmitt Smiths, love them, going to come and go. And then you're going to have Felix Jones as a running back one day. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's like players come and go, people, but the star remains. Just like the Eagles. You guys love the Kelly Green. You know, you love your birds, regardless of who's wearing it. It could be the enemy, but when they come in and change uniforms, you know, they're one of yours. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. That's what it's about. I'm tired of the drama. I could use a little non-drama, you know, where we just have a game plan where we go into a week talking about football, and then yet after a win or after a loss, I don't want to see my owner being interviewed. Does any Cowboy fan even care about what Jerry Jones says after a win? Do you care? I mean, are you guys that? Yet
At this point, I just wish you would just stay away.
I don't need to hear from anybody.
That's the problem with that.
I just wanted
Right.
to stay away after a game and let it
Take
close.
the camera off Jerry
and have
Jones.
this narrative all the
That's the
time.
problem with Dallas.
I mean,
You know, you're making the money. Sit back, enjoy the ride, count your money, and let somebody else.
you won Super Bowls. Just put yourself in their position.
Game time
You've won at the highest level in the 90s. I get it, in a non-capped year, whatever. They've won 3 Super Bowls. Like when they die, he's already in the Hall of Fame. So it doesn't matter. His legacy is sealed. Then he turned his franchise into a $10.3 billion out of $110 million investment that he financed to the gills to get. We're all going to feel sorry for Jerry that he had to scrape up $110 million. He was still a millionaire going into it, but I get it. He's got the money. So now you would think he would focus on winning again and take a step back. No, he needs to be the focal point.
But you know the reason why Jerry Jones got that money is because he took risk.
He
took risk.
Exactly.
He threw it all. He put it all on the table and said, "Okay, I'm going to take my oil company. I'm going to invest in the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm going to take a risk."
Yeah,
that's the point.
I do that anymore.
About business.
Now Jerry Jones is
Catboy is not Jerry. At the same age, they're not the same person.
Here's
Jerry
the deal.
Is more in that business type.
Eagles lose,
Catboy
okay?
Isn't.
You hear from Jeffrey Lurie once a year, and that's a State of the Union before and usually after. During the season, you don't normally hear him unless there's a coaching change or, God forbid, something happened with Andy Reid's kids or something. You know what I mean? So, for the most part, he stays out of it. Again, aren't we listen, this is the guys in the chat who think, that you guys love Dak. I love Dak too. Brad, I love Dak. Blame the owners, Brad. Don't blame me for being frustrated. I'm just speaking my mind. I'm tired of talking about, is he going to be here or not? He's been here 8 years. If you don't know now that you want to pay him whatever it is, 58, 60, then what the F?
And I'm tired of looking on Facebook about breaking news. Oh, Dallas is with this proposal trade to get this. I'm tired of hearing that crap.
Thanks,
Either
Brad.
do
I
it or
just saw it.
don't post that crap on Facebook.
Dak being traded to this and that.
Or we got a proposal trade to get this running back out of the AFC. I don't care about that crap. It's just clickbait.
I'm just tired of it.
That's the problem with Dallas right now.
See, that's important. Why we're here and other content creators is because, you get it right.
Dallas is not focused on winning. They're focused on other things.
I would say
outside
focused on winning is just.
I would say this, and this is my opinion. Then Rob's in the house. But
what's up, Rob?
I think Drew. I think they want to win. If they didn't want to win, they wouldn't be doing like adding Carl Lawson, Linville Joseph, Jordan. They want to win their way, Drew, which is their way. And I guess there's a lot of ways to skin a cat, but there's not a lot of ways to win.
Dallas is a wannabe New England Patriots.
Well,
they are. They want it because New England Patriots, you think about it,
they
won Super Bowls because they would take a player like a Randy Moss or whoever, and all these players would start drooling. Oh, we got to get this. If we can get this guy, he's going to get us over the hump. The New England will say, "Oh, okay, we'll give him to you. Just give us a couple first-round picks."
Sorry, Felix.
And
the reason why New England was always in is because they had Tom Brady.
And they reloaded.
Mm-hmm.
They reloaded with first-round picks because they showcased their players, and they say,
we don't got Tom
Brady.
We don't got Brady.
Let me tell you what the problem is. I'm going to tell you what the
Tom
problem
Brady
is.
wasn't always Tom Brady.
True. He wasn't in the beginning.
The problem is loyal.
That defense he had that helped him win that first one, really carried that team. But,
I don't know what they're doing, Felix. I can't see him. Sorry, I'm just talking to the chat. They're obviously running a lot of commercials. I have nothing to do with that.
It does it on its own, guys. YouTube just decides when it wants to do it.
I think live streams are bad for commercials. Now, if you I pay $18 a month and I see the commercials, but
me too. I do the same.
But anyway,
go ahead, Thomas. What was you saying, Thomas? Now, Thomas was saying something.
Yeah, go ahead,
guys. Let me tell you what the problem is. The problem is Joneses cannot stay out of their damn way. That's the problem.
Well, they're set in their ways. They want the camera. They want to be in the spotlight. They want to be relevant. Jerry Jones wants to be relevant. And, I mean, everybody knows who Jerry Jones is. So why he keeps doing this, I don't know. Because you don't see Kraft or anybody else or the Rooneys. You don't see them ever being interviewed. They're interviewing the coaches. So why can't Jerry Jones just sit back and say, okay, I hired this coach to do a job. Let him do his job.
Yeah.
T. Loyal, I agree with what you say about risk. That risk factor, I agree with that 100%. Because something obviously had to happen where I don't know. They got to the point where they didn't make risks like that anymore. But I don't know, man. I mean, what would have happened last year? And I'm just saying, last year in week 4 after Van Der Esch went down, if we would have went and said, "Hey, let's go ahead and invest about $3.5, $4 million in a couple competent linebackers to bring in," what would have happened if we would have done that?
Yeah, we could have got over the hump against San Francisco and
you
all these
possibly
teams.
could.
What if you signed King Henry? What if you signed Derrick Henry?
Oh yeah.
Well, that too.
No,
and those will always be what ifs because we're not taking risk anymore.
Look, my whole thing is in 2022, we had the team to go to a conference title. We did.
Mm-hmm.
The difference in that game was the quarterbacks making turnovers. Theirs didn't. Ours did twice.
You're right.
I mean, we can't
defenses too.
We held the 49ers in check that entire game.
And that is true. We did.
That's when you need your highest paid quarterback to raise himself to another level.
I agree with
past this team, and he didn't do it. He
didn't do it. He
folded like a cheap
with the money comes the expectations. He's supposed to get them over the hump.
Well, in all fairness, if we're going to say that, and trigger alert, Brad, trigger alert, last year, the early pick, the game was still close. Dak threw a pick, and before the half, the pick 6, the game wasn't totally out of.
I thought that game was
totally out of
pretty fast.
What was the score before the pick 6? What was the score?
The reason why I thought that game was like out of reach is because Dak's face was just.
No, but I'm saying, what was
like
the
a
score
ghost.
before the
I
pick
get
6?
Well, it was 20-3 or something like that. I know it was 20. That big
20
thing
was
20-3?
No, it was 20-0, I believe.
Was it 20-0?
20
I knew
to
it was
nothing?
20-something because I knew once they.
So
20
points. If you're 20-0, that's not like okay. So that's not out of the scope of you can come down and score 7 points, you're still in the game.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But 27.
Well, the thing is, your quarterback. Your quarterback doesn't need to look like a ghost when the Packers just score one time.
But a pick 6 is unacceptable. And see, people call me a hater, and I get timed out when I make these points.
There's a way.
The
emotion and the accountability in that
is
game.
because he was
5 interceptions in your last 5 playoff games and you're asking for $60 million. Like, come on, guys.
But listen, whether we agree or not, you get paid on regular season stats. That's just how it is. Look at Lamar Jackson, right? And he hasn't done nothing in the postseason.
Lamar Jackson, how many AFC championship games has Lamar Jackson been to?
He has 2 playoff wins. It doesn't matter. He has 2 playoff wins.
He has 1. Now, this is where I will agree with Jimmy. This is where I agree with Jimmy.
And he has 2. He does have 2.
Yes, I don't know.
Does have 2.
I got happy birthday game time. Jamar Chase just made things worse for Dallas. Throw me in the hopper. I know you don't want the Eagle stuff in your crib. I got a bunch of stuff, man. You know that. Come on.
This is where I agree with Jimmy. Franchises are paying quarterbacks like they're Hall of Famers when they're not.
A dumb take. You can say it's a dumb take, but Lamar Jackson does have 2.
But he's only got 2 playoff wins. So again,
he has 2 playoff wins. But he has the AFC championship.
All right,
he has 2. He's 2
MVP. One person, please.
Yeah, but he's not
he's
my
been
model.
Past the second round.
But he only has 2 playoff wins.
He's not my model for a quarterback that's going to.
So he won one
each year.
He's not my model. He's not my. Well, you know what? He ain't gotten it done. So.
Your model.
Yeah, I agree. We've been down this road before.
Quarterback that's, you know what I mean? That's something that's been like a decade old. But your model is Lamar. Lamar Jackson has something that Dak has been somewhere that Dak has never been. That has not
all
come
I
close to
care.
what
I
Lamar
don't
or
care
Jalen
about.
Hurts.
Yeah, I'm not even trying to compare Dak to Lamar. I really don't care. Both of those dudes have not won a Super Bowl. That's all I care about.
Well, I said it before and I'll say it again. All these players that
Neither is Josh Allen.
See, the media has a way to make us to believe that when you start hearing all these stories about, oh, well, CeeDee Lamb turned down this money, this blah, blah, blah. It's not the players, it's their agents. Their agents are in their ear constantly saying, no, F that. You need to go ahead and ask for this amount of money. CeeDee Lamb is back there making all this stuff. I think it's the agents that are doing this because at the end of the day, the agents are trying to get their money. And that's why they try to go out and ask for all this money for their players.
Yeah, what do they get, like 4-5%?
Lawyer, that is super facts, dude.
They should.
It is facts. And the media, they have a way to make us to believe that they have a way to turn us against the players. Oh, this selfish guy, this blah, blah, blah. It's not them, it's the agents.
But they should get it. If they're asking for that, how much are the owners getting? And in an instant, their careers can be over. Their lives can be over. We watched a guy actually die on the field 2 years ago. So I'm for the players. Get the money, man. Get it. I'm all for them. Get it.
I am all for the players getting the money, but I am a franchise first guy. If you're an issue for my franchise financially or in any other way, I don't care. You're gone. Period. It's the Dallas Cowboys first. It's the Dallas Cowboys first, not the players.
Wade, and I agree with you 100% on that. I mean, that's why I mentioned in the last live stream that, all this talk about being the highest paid. If you want to win, you need to negotiate and kind of take a little bit of a pay cut if you want to play for the Cowboys. Otherwise, I mean, Dak could go to Las Vegas and get paid $65 a year and just be in a losing franchise. Or kind of like what Jefferson just did. He lost Kirk Cousins. He knows they're not going to compete for any Super Bowl anytime soon.
Jefferson ain't doing that anytime soon. He knows that.
It's like a union. You go to a union, you got stewards and then you got advocates. The stewards are going to sit there in a meeting with the other people.
I don't like players whose number one priority is not winning. That's why I loved Michael Irvin, because he literally all he cared about was winning championships, period.
Mm-hmm.
If you were a player on the team and you were selfish, he did not want you on the team. He wanted you cut, traded, gone.
Who did Everett McIver?
That attitude Michael Irvin had, that go back to the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
They go back to the Hurricanes.
Yeah, he was a dog.
You know what else? You know what else it goes back to? Michael Irvin grew up a diehard Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
He cared about the franchise. And if you were a player that didn't have the franchise's best interest at hand, you were gone.
That was his dream job. That was like, you grow up as a kid, I want to work here. That's what he wanted to work, was a Cowboy. So it was when he got that job, he was like, okay, I'm gonna go out here and do my best.
Because the reason why he's a Cowboy fan was because his dad loved Tom Landry when he was a little boy. His dad praised Tom Landry. That's how he became a Cowboy fan. Because you would have thought that with them, with him living in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, you would have thought that his favorite team would have been the Dolphins. But it's Cowboys.
Loyal, to your point earlier, though, you mentioned as far as, Cowboys remind you a little bit of the Patriots. The only thing I kind of respectfully disagree with on that is that what I liked about Belichick is that he'll trade a player a year early as opposed to a year too late.
It
was never a popular choice. Like when they'd get rid of Seymour, Brewski and them. But he would trade them when they still had value, as opposed to holding on to them too late. Kind of like with keeping Zeke, re-signing Gallup. I think or even keeping Coach Clapp. Like, why keep him so long when the results were still the same? 8-8. Like,
well, it's like Romo. They tried to. They were talking about What they waited, if we would have traded Romo probably 2 years or 3 years earlier, we probably could have got a boat. I'm not saying we'd have got first round picks out of him, but we could have got something out of him. But they waited until the last minute after the fact, after he's got injured and all that stuff, like, you know.
Yeah.
And we could have traded like DeMarcus Ware. Why didn't we trade DeMarcus Ware?
Right.
We could have got at least a second and a third round pick for him. No, they just let him walk.
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand about these dudes.
And like for Dak, and you may not agree with me, in Philly, New England, Dak would have been traded. Dak wouldn't be 2-5 in Philly in the playoffs. 2-5 in the playoffs in 9 years in Philly? No way. Out of here.
Well, we had no problem getting rid of McNabb and even giving him to a NFC rival.
Washington.
Yeah.
Dak would have been out of here.
You know what my dad was saying? You remember in 2016 when Romo got hurt, Dak took over. Obviously, he went 13-3. I remember my dad was saying they needed to trade Dak that offseason. They could have got so many picks for him.
Ain't no way Dak would have been in Philly 2-5 in the playoffs.
Well, I was bringing all this up. I got to read the super chat real fast. Twiz, thank you, my guy. I don't know where it disappeared to. Oh, there it is. Pay Dak $80 million a year for 5 years. He earned it with 2 playoff wins in 2 years. I agree.
And that's Brian. I was going to say real quick. The Cowboys cannot give this man another no trade clause. They cannot do this shit again.
What they're trying to work on is an escape hatch after 2 years, kind of like what Daniel Jones has. My thing is, these people have to be professional. Dak has to look and say, listen, he can't be so stubborn to say that he had nothing to do with the 2-5 playoff record. He has to man up and say, I played great in the regular season. I haven't been great enough to be MVP. I've been runner-up once, and I think I was wrong. It wasn't runner-up a few years ago. He was third in the voting. But regardless, he's had a good regular season career against bad. I mean, he can only play who he could play. So I'm not here to crap on Dak tonight. I'm really not. But, here's what we got to worry. We don't know what they're offering him, people. So
what if he's wanting a no trade clause again? And it's just
I would think he is agents. I would think.
I mean,
if I had to guess, but this is the problem, Wade.
What would you do, Brian?
This is the problem, Wade, with how the negotiations. We're only hearing what these sides want us to hear. I guarantee you, if he's not getting 60, he wants a no trade. And then it's up to Dallas to say, okay, we'll give you a list of teams that you would be one. They have to do that. Now, if he's taking quote unquote less money, again, I don't think it's that hard. But I think Dak is talking about outside of both sides of his mouth when he says a lot of what he says, because he needs to be quiet because. I was not happy.
Yeah.
I've been his supporter, but I'm not happy when you come out and you got, like Wade said, you have to set the marker for guys coming behind
Mike
you.
Fisher said he's full of shit. Mike Fisher said, Dak, you're full of shit. No, that's bullshit.
And
now that's Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady.
These agents are.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are good.
No.
These agents are like attorneys. Like I'm telling you,
they are. It's the attorney.
They go out like if you're going to be. Go to court or whatever, you're going to have the best attorney you can have. Well, these agents are attorneys for these players. They want to get the best agent they want to get the most money that they want. Because these agents are sitting there telling them, "Hey, man, if you come to me, I'll get you that money." Blah blah blah. Just listen to me. That's what's going on.
Honest,
that's why I respect guys like Bobby Wagner and the guys that don't have agents. It's like, call my phone, tell me what's up, and let's work this out ourselves. I'm not giving anyone my money.
Wade, you know what I respect more than that is a strong player out there that sets those boundaries, saying, you know what, you're my agent, you can negotiate, you can get me the best deal, but ultimately you work for me, I don't work for you, and so it has to be in the best interest of me as well.
Yeah, you're right. Boundaries. Dak could easily tell his agent, look,
right,
I've gotten my first contract. This has to be a team-friendly deal contract. Dak could easily tell him that.
Right.
Like, you're gonna do this, or I'm just gonna cut ties and I'll do it myself.
Well,
I mean, that's exactly what I would tell him.
That's
Careful.
exactly, I'm
Maybe
sure, what
mark Matt on
Devontae
that
Smith
one.
did. Because Devontae Smith left a lot of money on the table.
Yeah,
You know,
big
and-
time.
Yeah,
Big time.
And he left
took a
literally
team-friendly deal.
3 to 4, right? Team-friendly deal, and I'm sure he told his agent, "Listen, I need to get my bag because this is my first big contract, but it doesn't have to be highest paid. I don't need to be highest paid." You know, and those agents have to respect that, because it's either you get a percentage of the 25 mil that he signed per year, or you don't get shit. You know, he'll find another agent or do it himself. So, you know, those players have to be strong about it and set those boundaries and not be a puppet to whatever their agent tells them to do. Kind of like how Terrell did, Owens did back in the day when Drew Rosenhaus was feeding all that shit in his head.
Yeah.
I agree he should have gotten more money from Philly, but I mean, they could have worked something out. And I think Drew had just as much to do with it as McNabb not advocating for him to get re-signed for not re-signed, but
Bobby
more
Babinski.
money.
Let me get to the super chat real quick. Mike Vick is my dog sitter when he's not on Bet US. Yeah, Bet US. That's another one. Anyway,
I mean, I understand the players to a
I
certain
don't use Bet
standpoint
US. It sucks.
because
How's that?
the lifespan of a football player is the most I've seen is maybe 15 years at most.
The average player is actually 3.5 years.
Yeah,
So at the end of the day, they want to have a decent money for all the bumps and bruises that they take. But at the same time, where's your passion at, man? Where's your passion at to say, I want to win the Super Bowl? I want to get to that.
If I'm Dak, my number one priority right now is Super Bowl, winning a championship, period.
Right.
And that's beyond me why Mark Holmes is all about, hey, they need to get highest, they need to get theirs. Well, if you want to get theirs, then Dak needs to go to Vegas.
That's why I stopped watching the NBA, because the NBA just became a big circus to where everybody wants to chase rings. That's all it became now. I want to play with this. I want to play with this guy.
Gerard Street says it's market value. It's just business, fellas. That's all. Yeah. Well, Gerard, here's the deal.
Market value is bullshit most of the time.
But here's the deal. I don't care. This is my This is my thing. I don't care. I just want these players to own up what they're doing, and just like the owners. The owners are some a conniving people, okay? But, you know, I would have more respect for Dak if Dak knows now that he's not signing, and let's say Dak is this is why I say Dak wants to be in Dallas, because if he was that upset of what's going on, there's nothing stopping him from coming out and saying, yeah, listen, the Joneses and the way they're negotiating. We've seen it 2 years ago, people, with DeMarcus Lawrence. Right? When DeMarcus Lawrence went and said, just trade me. Get me out of here. You know, Dak has all the leverage. If Dak really wanted to get paid whatever he could go right to him right now and go, hey, listen, just please trade me. You know, the Raiders could use me.
Yeah, I'm not willing to
Yeah,
give.
because if you think about it, Dak got Jerry by the balls.
Do you see what's going on? Like with the New York Giants?
Jerry doesn't like you either.
You know who I'm
Giants
giving
are a train wreck right now. Daniel
Yeah,
Jones
they're a
is
train
looking
wreck.
horrible.
Yeah, that is a disaster. So that's my whole thing.
So go to
you
New
know
York.
who I'm giving market value to? Patrick Mahomes. That's who I'm giving market value to. I'm not giving market value to quarterbacks that aren't getting me in contention every year.
No, a 3-time Super Bowl winner took a team-friendly deal. That's what he did. Why? Basically, there's guys making more than humps.
Boatload of money
what
off
I'm
of State
saying
Farm
is
and all that.
what I'm saying is if Mahomes is the Cowboys quarterback and he's saying, hey guys, I need market value $60 million a year. Here you go, Patrick. Here's your money.
Yeah,
I can't do that with Dak and quarterbacks that ain't gotten me there. I can't.
But again, I don't, where, I mean, anybody falls on this issue is one thing. We need to move on because I didn't.
And here's the double-sided sword, Brian. And guess what? If you don't pay him, guess what? Then you're in purgatory. So what do you do?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's just not a Dak thing. It's like the.
I'm talking about players in general.
Yeah, it's the league. Everybody's gonna be. It's just not Dak. It's the league. It's the league issue.
I'm talking about players in general. That's all. I'm not just
it's
talking
the
about
league issue.
I'm on board saying I'd rather have Dak here. I'm just keeping it real. I want my cake and eat it. I want Dak, and I want Lance to continue to develop, and then I want to decide whether Lance is that guy. Listen, there's nothing saying
I
we
want
can't.
Dak to stay too.
There is nothing against it that Dak could stay, right? There's nothing against it that where Dak could stay and they could still go out and get a. What are some of the best
Dak
young
can
quarterbacks
stay.
in the league?
Dak can stay.
Jordan Love.
Dak can stay.
Look at Jordan Love. How many years did Jordan Love sit?
Like at least 2, right?
At least 2. So,
look at Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush has been in the Dallas system for.
But
I mean, yeah, he didn't win all of our games, but
no one wanted
he's a
him
drought
really
when
decent
Dak was
quarterback.
out.
But
agency.
I canceled my State Farm after KC beat the Eagles. I love it, Bobby Babinski. And you let your grass turn brown, I bet, didn't you? Because of that wet grass.
My leg. You said knee brace.
Bobby Babinski's in the hopper. Home run, JT Real Muto. About friggin' time.
All right. Well, I'm sorry I got sidetracked on the agent thing. Let's
No,
So what do you guys
that's
look
good
forward to
conversation.
this
Let's
week? I mean,
talk some
both Cowboys and
positive.
the Eagles.
Let's turn it
Who
because there's a
do
lot
the
of
Eagles play this
positivity.
week? What do you guys got next?
We got Minnesota.
Got Minnesota.
Who
Okay.
cares about a preseason? Let's just get through. Now, that's what we could talk about. What's up, Flip Shelton? V. Stradamus, what's going on? We have 98 people in here, so everybody say hello to the 98 people. Listen, there was a brawl at Cowboys practice. The last padded practice.
What's the name?
I need to mute him because I'm
Booker?
hearing shit. There was a brawl at a Cowboys practice today. Last padded practice of Oxnard. They have a walkthrough tomorrow. Then they head back to the Star on Friday. Very chippy defense and offense. Tyler Guyton. That's what you want to see. They realize this is the last time. This is the last time that they get to hit each other that in any meaningful way. So, what is that? I mean, what does everybody think about Jake Ferguson and guys getting into it? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Probably
Great thing.
Yeah,
Really good thing.
As long as they don't hurt each other, that's a
I
good
did,
thing.
George.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
little chippiness is always good.
that's always good.
Real quick, game time. Philly 500 predicted a Cowboy start of 2-5. Listen, Dustin Bosley. It's the same guy who said Justin Jefferson stunk. The same guy that said they were going to the Super Bowl last year. Again, that's his job. Philly likes to keep it rah until things go bad. So he's
I predicted that.
Yeah, well, I don't know if they're going to go 2-5. I highly doubt it. I would be willing to, barring injury, I would be willing to make a sizable wager on that one. But hey, that's just how I like to roll. Bobby Babinski, easy bet. Zeke 5.5 yards for the year. I'm taking over. 5.5 TDs. I was gonna say 5.5 yards. You're a loser, but TDs. Yeah, he's gonna get all the goal line. So, I think he had what last year? 11, or 13. He had a lot of touchdowns last year, but they were goal line, I believe. Unless I'll have to look it up. But 5.5. That's about where the number is. I would say maybe I would take the over if I had to bet that. He's gonna get the goal line carries. Any thoughts on that, boys?
No, I don't see him hitting 5.5 yards a carry.
No, 5.5 TDs.
Oh, 5.5 TDs. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. He's going to be the goal line.
I said the same thing. I thought I saw yards. I'm like, nope. Bobby Babinski, you're in the hopper.
Yeah, I can see that.
You're in the
Adrian,
hopper.
you said that you predicted that. What did you predict? 2-5, or that we were going to the Super Bowl last year?
No, I didn't. I said Philly 500.
No, Drew.
This year or last year?
Well, I don't know. You said you predicted that after.
He's predicting Dallas to get off the horrible start this year.
I was saying that because they have a tough start this year. Their schedule is rough starting off, And I was saying to start off by the bye, I got them 2-4.
Oh, that's
And
not
then
2 and
after the bye, they have San Fran. And so I
Right.
was like, that's 2-5.
Let's see. Zeke Elliott last year had, in 2016, he had 15 TDs. 2017, he had 7. 2018, he had 6. 2019, he had 12. 2020, he had 6. Oh, he only had 3 last year. So, yeah, I don't know. That's, I don't know, man. Good luck with that, Bobby.
But I have them ending. I have their record as 9-8. I got the
I don't have. That's not horrible. And like the
no,
ending.
it's not bad at all.
No, I mean at the
I
end.
just have you guys starting off rough.
But yeah, we'll see. Again, I'm.
And the Cowboys will go 11-5
or 6. It would have to be 11-6. I think.
Oh, you're right.
I haven't. I'm
Still
getting
stuck
it.
in the day.
I'm making my. I'm making my what do you call it? My thumbnails for all my predictions. So I'm actually putting the wins and losses in the thumbnail. I don't have graphics like that, so you know.
Mine either. Mine are behind.
Only thing we know about the Cowboys right now is the last. What's the word I wanted to use?
I'll have it this upcoming week. My individual
game that mattered, and that was in the playoffs. I mean, that's the last we've seen of them. So we don't know. We don't know anything. I mean, preseason, you don't know anything. I mean, the backups look pretty good at times. They look pretty bad, but we don't know we don't know what the Eagles are going to look like. We don't know.
The last time we saw the Eagles, they were in a tailspin. So they have just as many question marks as we do. So let's keep it real. I'm not here to say they're not going to be good, but they have a lot of question marks. Mark Hutchinson, thank you. Zeke will be a blocker for Prescott, his main job. Yeah, I think that and short yardage. I think Zeke will be, if we have a 3rd and 1 or 2, Zeke's getting the ball. If we're at the goal line, Zeke's getting the ball, which is why I think Dallas's offense is going to be good. Assuming CD's in the fold, I think they're going to be prolific, just as good as last year, their offense. But again, we have to see it. That's just game time, thinking. Now, Vegas has got them at 10 wins. They started at 10.5. They dropped it down to 10. So that's the over-under. So when Drew says 9, that's not horrible. That's very doable, barring injury. 9 to 11 is what I'm calling. I'll do my prediction next week, though.
Twiz, we're not trading CD. I mean,
no.
If we did trade CD,
I'm ready
then it
to
would
unload
be
anybody
rebuild.
at this point.
Then I would truly believe we're rebuild, but we're not trading CD.
Mark Hutchinson, thank you, sir. Thank you,
Brian.
sir. Yes.
We did pick up Linval Joseph, didn't we?
Yes, I talked about it.
Yeah, sure did. Solid pickup. Old but solid.
So
I got some food for thought for the chat tonight, and just wanted to kind of hear what you guys think about this. Is that last year, Dallas had the top scoring offense in the league, but when I did some research after watching Sills and Mark Holmes going at it today, I also looked to see
I'll have to check that out, man.
How many takeaways Dallas had, and I came up with 26 takeaways, meaning that your defense did a damn good job as far as taking the ball away, which led into points, from your offense itself under Dan Quinn's defense. So now that you have a new coordinator in there, do you especially for you Cowboy fans, do you expect as many takeaways this year as you had last year?
No.
Which will in return impact your offense because you're not getting those takeaways. Kind of like how we had 70 plus sacks the year before.
I'm looking at it
our offense when the defense.
I'm looking at it in a more macro sense, though.
Thank you, Rob. I said that last week.
I'm looking at it in a more macro sense. I'm looking at it in a more macro sense, though. Okay, you guys automatically assume that winning a lot of regular season games means anything. As long as you get into the playoffs playing well, that's what really means something. They weren't playing great going into the playoffs. They struggled against Detroit, needed a call to win the game. Eagles, floundered to the end, lost 7 in a row. That's why they ended up with the number 2 seed. most likely they were going to end up with what, the 5 seed, Rob?
Yeah. 50,
So,
yeah, 50.
And then they would have had a road game, correct? And they probably would have lost it. Maybe they would have won it. That would have been good, but probably not. So, I would
you
say
do want to lock up home field advantage.
you
'Cause I
do.
think you do got a
You
better
do,
chance.
but it seems like
How'd that work out? That didn't work out to us the last couple times we had
Yeah.
home field advantage.
I think
Right.
it's more important that we're playing the right kind of ball. So
You want momentum.
If
You want
you wanna-
momentum going into the playoffs.
if you want to hang up on, will it affect our offense? Of course. I think we had the most defensive scores. Our team scored 30 points a game, which is what I tell the Eagles. Yeah, the Eagles had a 30th ranked defense, right? Let's not forget the last time they laced them up, they were 30th, and you lost your best defensive player. Now, I think your offense has to score a lot of points for that defense to be successful. Okay. Now, anything other than that is you guys wishing and hoping, right? That's facts. So you can wish and hope that they're going to be better, but the last time over a 17-game season, the Eagles were 30 out of 32 teams in defense, and you lost your best defensive player. So
this is the thing, though, with that
there
game
you
time is
go.
that I agree with what you're saying, with the exception of
Can't have it both ways.
Well, no, I agree. But what I guess where I'm coming from is we had the same unit out there for the most part on defense, with the exception of Gardner Johnson not being there last year. We still had Slay. We still had Bradbury. How in the hell is Bradbury an All-Pro the year before, and then just crap the
But
bed
you know
last
how that
year?
works, though? It doesn't take long for you not to.
Coordinators.
No.
Coordinators.
Wow.
Coordinators. I mean, I don't really think that our coordinators were up to par, and that's our fault.
But
Sirianni
that's
just
to be
didn't put them in
but
good
that's-
situations.
But that's all
Hold
to
on.
be seen.
Listen to this. Go ahead, Rob. I want you to let me go right by after Rob.
No,
Go ahead,
whoa,
Rob.
whoa. I'm letting them talk, but I'm responding.
No, I'm just saying.
I got the chat
I want
I'm
you guys
dealing
to
with
hear.
too.
Though. Go
Mark
ahead.
Hutchinson, thank
Go
you,
ahead.
sir.
Yeah,
Finish
yes.
your
I mean,
thought.
we still had Hassan last year. We still had Slay. We still had Bradbury. Again, we still had our core unit. Cox was there. With the exception of Jalen Carter, being a rookie. But I mean, we did not have, the coordinators did not put our guys in the right positions to make plays like we did the year before.
Oh, yeah, and
I mean,
all I'm saying is you made a statement that our coordinator of last year created X amount of turnovers. And you said,
Right.
is it going to happen this year? Just because you don't have the turnovers doesn't necessarily mean you're not going to have a better offense. Our offensive line was in shambles last year. We had no number 2 receiver for most of the year. Brandon Cooks, remember Dallas changed the offense. I mean, McCarthy had to go in a room on a bye week and go, okay, guys, what are we doing? And then all of a sudden you saw
before
the
that, we
emergence
couldn't
of
even get in the
Brandon
red
Cooks.
zone. We were struggling to get in the red zone.
We had those turnovers all year, but the offense wasn't good all year. The offense would have been way more explosive if we would have started out with that offense. But again,
Agreed.
So
And he was
I'm
doing
just
stupid
letting
stuff like
everybody
going
know.
for it on
But
fourth
your offense
down
had
and
more
all that.
opportunity to score with those takeaways, is my point.
I'm sorry, West Virginia. I'll go back and grab it. That's why I got to get to them. You missed my first super chat. That's one. I'm sorry, my guy. There it is. Hello.
So, Rob, you made a
Hell
good
with
point.
Philly, too.
You made a good point, Robin.
That was a very good point, Rob.
Well, this is why I question. This is what I've been saying about how I think Dallas' success will be. You guys,
I'm
had
putting
a
them
new
in now,
defensive
West Virginia.
coordinator,
Sorry,
so
brother.
it's going to depend on, for us, how well our defense buys into Zimmer versus Dan Quinn.
Agreed.
And see,
Yeah.
go ahead. And see, this is
Thank
what
you,
I've been
sir.
preaching
I'm putting them in, all 3 of
for
them.
weeks now, right? And I'm not saying like if it worked or if it not, don't know. But what I've been saying is that new coordinator, we have to see if it's going to work. And you guys, well, some
I
of
didn't
you
bring it
guys
up
have
today.
been saying,
So you keep saying you guys.
I know.
What do you?
And I'm not saying. I'm saying I corrected myself. Some of you guys are saying we have a new coordinator. We're going to be better.
No,
You don't know that,
wait.
right? Some
I'm
of you
telling
guys,
you,
I'm
the
just
Eagles
saying,
are
I
going to be
never
better.
said that.
I've
I'm
already
not
told
saying
you that.
I'm just being very vague. Some of you guys are saying
Don't worry about
we
people
have
who
a
don't
new
know.
coordinator and we're going to be better now. You don't know that.
I think the Eagles are going to be better.
hold on. Dan Quinn's defense, what we do know, is predicated off of turnovers. And like Rob brought up, the turnovers had put the Dallas Cowboys offense in position, short field, to score points.
Dallas has been a top offense for 3 years, 5 years.
But that
I'm
helps.
not.
But that helps.
I'm
though.
not saying. This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's
help the
not.
scoring offense. To be the
I
top
understand. So
But
where you going
thank
with it?
you.
To finish your
Let me
thought, then
finish.
you need to stand
Let me-
on
let
something.
me
You just
finish.
can't say, "Well, you might not score." I told you. So what are you saying? Their offense is
Let
not
me-
going to be good this year.
let
That's
me-
what I'm trying to get. At
let
least
me
stand
finish.
on it and say, "Yes, I don't
I'm
think their
just
offense is going to be
saying-
good."
I'm not saying. I think your offense is. I don't think your offense
You
is
say
going to
vague
be
stuff.
as good. Let me finish. I don't
I'm
think
not
your
talking to you.
defense
I'm
is
talking
going
to
to
Rob.
be. Okay, I don't think your defense is going to be as good because I don't think your defense is going to put your guys in position to score as many points as with the short
And I
fields
think,
as you guys were giving.
And I think our defense is going to finish higher in the defensive standings when it's all said and done.
No way. I
We
don't
had
think
a
so.
top. We
I
had
don't
a
think
number
so.
10 defense in the league. We
All
have
right, Brian, throw the bet down
I don't
right
think-
now, Brian.
I don't think so. I
Make
don't think
the
so.
bet.
We're going to have a better defense
I don't
this
think
year.
so.
Make the bet
So
with
you
Drew,
think
Brian.
your
Oh, I
defense?
know that.
I think your
He don't-
defense is going to be better than it was last year.
That's all. Okay.
That's what you're saying.
Yes, absolutely.
I think we're going
If
to
we're
have
talking,
more.
listen, hold up. If you're talking,
So
if you're
you're
basing
saying that your
defense, wait, hold
defense
on.
is
If
gonna
you're
be-
basing
you're gonna have
defensive
more-
standing on turnover ratio, then that's not defense. You can have all the turnovers like you want. We weren't converting those turnovers into touchdowns, people. We were getting a shit ton of field goals. So again, I'm not going to sit here and say it hadn't helped field position. Our offense was not that great last year, people. It was.
But
not
this is
good.
what I
You're
think,
in
and
the
if I
high
think-
tier up game
So you're
time.
going to have
If
more
I-
sacks.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. You're going to have more sacks.
It's scheme.
more interceptions, and you're going to be able
I
to
don't know
stop the
what our
run
turnovers are going to
better
be.
than you guys did last year.
I think we'll be able to.
we're gonna
I
finish
think,
with a higher
and
defense.
Drew, I say this again with the likes of if the players buy into Zimmer's defense. I think that if they buy into that, we'll be able to stop the run better, and we'll see our linebackers get more involved. I don't know about turnover ratio. I mean, we'll be able to stop and convert, and keep players, keep other teams from converting on the first downs. But I think we'll have a better linebacker than what we had before in stopping the run.
See, and I agree with you.
Again, man.
So to what Game Time was saying, that I was vague with what I'm saying, Game Time, I'm just trying to finish my point since you say I was vague. What I'm simply saying, though, is that Dan
Happy
Quinn's
birthday.
defense is predicated with turnovers. The last couple of years, turnovers. So those turnovers turned into points for you guys to have the number one scoring offense. As Mark
We
brought up
didn't
today,
have the number one scoring offense, I don't think, did we?
I think you did.
You did.
I think you
and
did.
And if you remember,
did.
we were horrible in
But
the
some of
first
those-
5 games of the season.
Sure.
Do you remember that, right?
Sure,
You guys
but-
remember that?
Yeah, absolutely. That's
We
when
were
Dak was-
horrible
couldn't
the
get in the
first
red
5
zone.
games. We couldn't do
Right,
nothing
but
in the
to
red
finish my
zone with all
point
those
is that
turnovers.
if you don't get those takeaways this year, I could see your offense taking a step back as far as scoring wise.
Be a little bit more balanced.
That's what I'm trying to say, but they can't. They're just caught up in. Well, you're not going to just make a turnover, so your whole. No, that doesn't equate as being. I think we're going to be a better all-around defense. You guys forget we had no linebackers past. We had no real linebacking core. We lost our best defensive player in a Trayvon Diggs, but yet you give none of that any. You're just looking at numbers on a board, and I'm thinking that that's going to be, hey. I hope that all the teams that play us are going to think the same thing. Dan Quinn's defenses are opportunistic, but they give up a shit ton of points too. Just look at the damn Super Bowl. I mean, I'm just telling you, it's not. It was time to move on from Dan Quinn, regardless. So the fact that we got Zimmer, I was tickled pink. Bobby, you're lighting up the thing. Dallas defense is going to be solid, underrated. Again, I don't think it's going to be underrated. That's the thing. I think we got Trayvon Diggs is back, looking great. He's already got 2 picks already. He's only had a handful of practices. We have a stable of linebackers. I don't know. Again, now we're bringing in defensive tackle depth, which is all you could ask for. We went out and got Carl Lawson, and everybody forgets we got Micah and D Law still. Good luck. We got Osa, who's a Pro Bowler at the 3-tech. I don't see what you guys see, but I'm just telling you, we may not have as many turnovers, but our defense will be better. We may cause more teams to punt. We won't,
Right. But see, the punting is going to just prolong the game itself, which I agree.
Yeah,
like with Loyal.
I hear
which
you.
means that you won't put up as many points. But to confirm, you did have the number 1 offense last year.
Yeah, okay.
Scoring offense.
Was it positive
so you
on
had
that?
500. You had 509 points. The second was the Dolphins. Third was the Niners.
And how easy was our
offense.
schedule? Do you remember? Our schedule was real easy. Yeah. Everybody knows that our schedule was real easy.
And your schedule was easy, and that's why I'm looking at your schedule. You have a first place schedule. That's why I'm saying 2 and 4.
Eagles schedule's worse than ours, I think, this year.
No, not at all.
It's I don't know.
Y'all play Baltimore. Y'all play Baltimore at Baltimore. We play Baltimore at home.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
We got a bigger advantage.
It don't matter if you play them at wherever you play them, they're gonna beat you. Okay. What I'm saying is
still an
you're
advantage.
you're looking at a first place schedule, especially early on, and you guys talking before that bye. I'm thinking 2 and 4. And before that bye, and if I'm right, again, this is just a guess. I'm just guessing. Could be wrong. This is just my guess, right? 2 and 4. I got you guys ending at 9 and 8, and possibly 10 and 7, right? I think at 9 and 4, if you guys at 2 and 4, before the bye, I think that's when things
I don't think anybody else is going to get out to a big lead. That's where we differ. You may be close to that. I don't think the Eagles are going to get out to a big lead this year. I don't.
This team we get out to big leads. That's what we do.
Well, again, I don't think it's happening this year. So I'm just my opinion. You say you get out to big leads.
I mean, you're playing Packers week 1. I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at. That's nothing to sneeze at.
Even if we lose that game, I feel good because that's all right.
Well, the Browns for us,
the
Browns are like us in the sense of they're not consistent. So depending on what
say
team,
we got a similar task.
It depends on what team shows up.
Hold on, we play Cincinnati at home and Baltimore at home. You play Cincinnati and Baltimore on the road,
but you play the Niners.
Who else do we play? Yeah, off the bye.
And you play the Falcons in Atlanta, and I don't think they're going to be a pushover this year.
Nope.
Y'all play the Falcons, yeah. We play them in Atlanta. They play y'all at
remember what you guys said during the preseason. What was during the playoff? We were tired.
D-Law did say that.
We were
D-Law did say that.
You guys are soft, man. Soft.
Y'all also play the Rams and in the Rams. So.
That's in November, bro. I'll be at that game. I'm talking about the first 6 games.
Well, that's what I'm looking at.
Only has 2 bad weather games, Philly.
So the Browns, they're
Washington.
like us. They're inconsistent.
Yeah,
I'm not saying they're bad. They're a bad team, but they're like us. You don't know what team you're going to get. So that could be a toss-up. I can see us beating the Saints. I think we'll beat the Ravens.
That's a win.
I think we'll beat the Ravens. I think we'll beat the Giants, and I think we'll beat the Steelers.
Yeah, that's a win. I don't think
they're going to beat the Ravens. I don't think they're going to.
No, you guys don't beat them. I got the Steelers beating.
Yeah, here's the thing.
We're a favorite in all but 3 games. So again,
we played Cincinnati.
We don't say favorite. That'd be a rich.
So we're going to beat Cincinnati this year.
I'm just saying we're a favorite.
No, I'm with you.
You guys act like we're underdogs in all these games. We're actually the favorite in all but 3.
I do my fair share of Dallas love, and I'm not saying that.
So Dallas is going to beat Baltimore or San Francisco. Pick one.
I don't.
Baltimore.
They're going to lose against one of them. They're going to lose against one of them.
Neither.
They're going to lose.
They're going to beat one of them.
I got you guys. I got you guys taking a step back this year.
I think you'll beat the Steelers on the road and possibly the Browns.
It depends on how our defense. That's going to dictate how we do. If our
Brian,
defense responds well.
Loyal Loyal doesn't even know how this defense. Like,
Two more,
I
buddy.
don't think, like you
How
guys
good
thinking
is
that
that
defense
defensive
is
tackle we
going to
signed
be
today?
better.
Well, or as I'm
He's
saying, because
old.
look at Mike Nolan.
He's old,
When
but
we was under Mike
he's-
Nolan. They look,
and
you
he's
know,
not
atrocious.
he's not an every down.
I think
No.
Mike
lineman.
Zimmer's a way better coach than Mike Nolan.
I'm not saying
just,
the defense is going to
Yeah,
be world
everybody
beaters.
said
And
we
I
needed
agree
Brandon
with
Joseph.
you.
Now that we got him,
I'm
he's
just
old.
like
hoping
Mike
that
Zimmer.
I'm just hoping
Well,
that
he
they
is.
buy into
He's
Zimmer's
a
defense.
brand
Nobody
new-
said
older
he's
than
going to
when
be
we
all
had him.
pro. He's a
Like, you guys are
rotational
learning
piece.
a brand new scheme. This is a brand new defense that you guys are piecing together. You're literally piecing together. Like, you're literally piecing, like, you're putting old guys in this defense. Now,
It's
you're
kind of like
looking
Don
at the
Terry Poe, the year they did
Exactly.
Don Terry Poe.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
a
no,
lot of
wait,
You're
Don
looking
Terry
at
Poe
the-
is a starter. Linville Joseph is not starting.
No, I'm
Yeah,
talking.
and you're-
I'm comparing him to Jordan Phillips.
Exactly. Jordan,
I'm
you're-
I don't even
Exactly.
think
exactly.
Jordan
Phillips.
Phillips is a starter. Maj is going
You
to
are.
start.
Okay.
Why? I
so
don't know if he's
Again-
going to start in your
There you go.
system,
Two
but he
more,
started for
West
Buffalo
Virginia.
last year.
the
He was their
Cowboys.
starter.
Okay, so the
Sorry,
Cowboys have gone.
Cowboys fans in the chat. It's turned
And I
into
don't
a
care.
shit on Dallas night. My apologies.
No. Listen,
No.
Look,
You
I'm
can't
not
couch it.
crapping on Dallas.
Uh-uh.
I'm not crapping on Dallas.
I'm
I'm
not
just saying
crapping on
this
Dallas.
is how.
I mean,
You
Drew,
guys act
what'd you
like
say
you're
the
I'm just
Cowboys
saying-
were going to
I'm
go
just
last
telling
year?
you
or
facts.
don't want to understand that a
What did
defense
you
can
say
be
the
better
Cowboys
without
were
having
going
less
next year?
turnovers.
What did you say, Drew,
This is
last
just-
year?
this
What
is
was the
just-
Cowboys
No,
record
I'm
last year,
apologizing to
Drew?
the people that are upset in the chat. It's fine.
I wasn't
all
here
good,
to tell
man.
you what my. I wasn't here.
No,
to
no,
tell you,
but
It's
I
what
wasn't here
Zimmer-
last year to tell you what my.
last year going into the season, you probably thought the Cowboys were going to be straight garbage.
They did. All of
No,
them.
I
did
no,
not.
I
Yeah,
no,
now they did.
No,
Yeah, you
I
did.
didn't. I didn't think you guys. No, I
Game
didn't.
time. I have
You
never
didn't think
said
they
that.
were going 12-5.
No.
You didn't
Game
think they
time,
were
I
going
never said
12-5.
No,
Nobody had us
no.
winning
I
the
didn't think.
division.
No, I thought
Nobody
the
did.
Eagles was going to win
Well,
the
you didn't
division,
have
but I
you
had
winning
you
the
guys right
division
behind
when we
us.
were 10-1.
No, I picked them at the
I mean,
beginning
when we
of
were
the year.
10-1,
Yeah, exactly.
everybody thought we were winning.
Wait,
No, I thought you
wait.
guys were right. I thought that.
It
I thought
doesn't
the
matter
Eagles
what
won
happens
12
during
games,
the
and I thought
season.
you guys would win
I
11.
picked Dallas to win the division with 11 wins. So I was wrong. They had 12.
And I had Dallas win 11 games and Eagles win 12.
What I didn't have is Eagles getting out to a 10-1 start. You're right. You are right there. But then it really doesn't matter, right? That's what cracks me up. After 10-1 last year, we had people going to the Super Bowl. It's an 18-week season, just 17 games. And what happened? You collapsed at the end.
We
So
absolutely
it's
did.
not my
Absolutely.
fault that happened.
We were terrible.
But
I don't see.
we sucked
Why
it
is it
up.
when I
We're
tell
garbage.
we were
West
terrible?
Virginia, Drew is a damn
were
mess
trash.
again. I'm just trying
Why
to
is
stick
it
up
when
for you.
Drew? Why is it when I speak something? If I'm
Again,
telling you the
because
truth,
you
or I'm
come at it,
sharing an
it's the
opinion.
same stuff, and that's your opinion. So it's much appreciated, but
Well,
they don't
why
have
does
to
it? Why
agree
is that
with
to
it.
be a clown?
But they don't
Yeah,
have.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
saying something like
Yeah.
outlandish.
Just remember,
I'm not saying something
things
that's
I say
outlandish.
aren't gospel. It's my opinion, just like with Drew. So
Yeah, I'm not saying this. Am I saying something that's outlandish?
not
Come on now.
outlandish. It's
Come on
you're
now.
off.
I'm not saying like
West
I,
Virginia
I'm not
country
saying
boy.
I'm not saying that Dallas is going to win 5 games like Dan Sileo. That's ridiculous. Come on now.
I just see it being a 2-horse race in the NFC East. I see it either being Dallas or Philly coming out
And
of the
I'm
East.
on record as saying I don't think we're going to win a division. I don't even at this point. I don't know. I might. I'm getting into that. I'm going to see this last preseason game, and I'm going to release them all. It'll be close. Obviously when we do these things, it could assuming. Which is it's stupid to assume that everybody's going to stay healthy because you know how that works. We were decimated
never know.
last
could be
year,
dead
and we
wrong.
still won 12 games.
Well,
so
if by
I don't
Dan
know.
Silio's right and we do trade CeeDee Lamb, all bets are off.
We ain't
He
trading
doing nothing.
CD. Stop. He's a
Actually,
He's
game
a-
time to my point last week. Actually, I was praising the move that you guys did for Jordan Phillips. I called him a dog. I said he's a damn good pickup. And
I'm
still
an
think
Eagles
it is a good
fan and
pickup.
have Dallas going 12-5. Thanks, Bobby.
Well, I think
We ain't trading CD. The contract
Yeah,
the contract
no,
signing
they're
is
not trading
closed.
CD. I think
It's-
that we'll be lucky if we have 2 teams in the playoffs out of the NFC East. The way these other conferences are blowing up, I mean, you got the
I agree.
NFC West. Now you got the NFC North.
NFC's going to be
Yeah.
tougher this year.
The NFC North is going to be
The
tough.
North is going to have 2 coming out of there for sure. Green Bay and
Yep,
Detroit.
no doubt.
The West,
And I think the West
could
will
have
have
the
2.
Niners and the
The
Rams.
West is
come
going to
out.
be tough.
Yep, and we have the Washington Redskins on our tail.
You give them 2 more years, they're going to be banging with both of us.
I think they're going to be
headed in the
close
right
this
direction.
year.
You can say I'm biased, but all I'm saying is if you look at the Eagles defense, the
You're
Eagles
biased
have been
as shit,
running
Drew.
the same.
Well,
Listen. Hold on. Let me say this. The Eagles have been running the same defense for the last 3 years. We're not running a brand new scheme like Dallas is. Dallas is running a brand new scheme. Okay? Brand new. The Eagles have been running Fangio schemes for 3 years. Okay? So now they have the originator of the scheme. So are there nuances that he's bringing in that they have to learn? Absolutely. But there's some aspects of it that they know. So are they at an advantage that Dallas is not? Of course they're at a better advantage because there's some aspects of it that they do know. Dallas is running something completely new. Dallas has been running.
Well, what I would tell you is that could be a good thing.
They've been running. That could it could be a good thing and it could not be.
Well, I'm saying,
okay, so
I'm just going to take your,
let me just 30 seconds.
All right.
The whole thing,
West
like
Virginia
last
boy,
week,
and
I
it
was
sucked
saying,
last year. That's
like last week, I was saying, you hear people like Mark Holmes saying, teams get new coordinators and they have to struggle, except for the Dallas Cowboys. They get new coordinators, and guess what? Oh, we're going to be better. And the hypocrisy to me is laughable. I'm just saying. But it's just not him. I hear it from other content creators. Dallas get new coordinators, and they're going to be better.
Last year was different because they went young, and I told you it was going to be a problem. And then they went out and got out to a 10-1 start and make us all look fools. You know, so I don't think it was that bad. You know, I don't think that they were that bad. We've gone on and on about.
And you're right, Swizz. We are young and improving. We are.
Well,
but it's just let's just hold ourselves to the same standard. It's like let's be hold us. Oh, we have a new coordinator, but we're going to be better. Like, come on, man, stop it.
I mean,
2020 was a disaster for us because we had Jalen Smith, who always did the swipe and couldn't make tackles. We had Dante Poe, who was too fat and out of shape to do anything. We had high hopes from Everson Griffith, who didn't do anything. Right. Who's the guy we got from Tampa Bay? What's his name? That got
Gerald McCoy.
Gerald McCoy. Yes, he didn't bust a great. I don't think I think Dallas has learned from that mistake before. It's just going to depend. Like I said, it's going to depend on how they buy into it. I think they will though. I think Zimmer is a way better defensive coordinator than Mike Nolan ever was. I think that he'll have them in check. You know. But that's just my opinion.
Well, see, Loyal, and I agree with you there. And the only other, I guess, question mark I have with that is that I think you address the needs at the defensive line with bringing in some one techniques. Yeah. My only concern about that is just Linval Joseph's age. I know he's not going to be in every down. He's just rotational. And then Jordan Phillips' health. Mm-hmm. Because I have a feeling the Giants were going to cut him, but took some offers out there, and Dallas jumped on that offer before they cut him because he never even suited up for New York. He played for Buffalo last year. He signed in New York, and they traded him away before regular season even started. So I don't know if they saw something there. Like, you know, that's just kind of weird to me that the dude never even played a down in a regular season game for the Giants, and they traded him away.
Yeah, we got some question marks at defensive line, I think, but we're going to find out either way. We're going to find out this year if Mozzie Smith was the right pick for us or not, I think. Right.
Yeah. We got our own question marks at defensive end, man. We don't know if Huff is going to be that guy.
Big question marks.
Yeah, I mean, Sweat's going to be that guy. You know, our corners, are they going to hold up? Or
Nolan Smith?
Right, Nolan. Yeah, I mean, we spent.
We don't know.
I got everybody in a hopper. Sorry, I was muted.
Defensive end? What is Nolan?
I'll be right back, boys. Just keep up the good work here.
Yeah, so I mean, and again, every team has question marks going into the regular season. I mean, there's not a team out there that, I mean, even the San Frans and even KC. I mean, you know, they all have question marks. I mean, is KC's corners going to hold up now that they got rid of Snead? You know, and to me, that was a dumb move to get rid of Snead. But
no team has ever won a Super Bowl in 3 years, ever.
Nope.
3 years.
I think Dallas. I think we would have won 3 Super Bowls. I'm not saying that because I'm a Cowboys fan, but I think had Jerry Jones not fired Jimmy Johnson, we would have been the first team to win 3 Super Bowls, but no
In the
team
90s. Yep.
has
Oh,
won
totally.
3 Super Bowls
Totally.
in a row.
Yeah, well, at that time, it was more likely in the 90s because, man, the NFC was just taking a dump on the AFC for decades.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, literally, the Super Bowl was the NFC Championship. Literally.
Yeah, the Cowboys and 49ers and 40 and the Packers and all that. Yeah, you're right.
But it was
But
the same thing in the 80s when the 49ers got there and won the NFC Championship. It was over. You knew they were winning the Super Bowl.
We got to be tough.
But I'm excited, man. I just want to see.
I'm just ready for this to get started.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy. I like watching preseason and sitting back there doing the live chat and all that. But I want to get to the regular season.
Yeah. All this is just crazy talk right now. All of us is just we have high hopes for our teams, and rightfully so.
We're football deprived.
Absolutely.
Football deprived.
Everybody.
All
right
I'm
now,
saying is, Cowboys fans, don't be surprised if Dallas don't sign any of these players before the season starts. Don't be surprised. I'm telling you.
I could see them signing.
I wouldn't be.
They're going to
sign.
They're going to franchise. They're going to franchise tag and watch.
I think CD will get signed, and beyond that, I don't think no one else. I don't think Dak will or Micah.
Yeah, I don't see them signing Dak. Although I want them to. I want $60 million for 4 more years. Dak for life.
They're gonna sign both of them. They're gonna sign both of them.
I don't think so. I mean, you could be right.
Not before the season. Dak, if they do sign him, it's going to be after the season.
It wouldn't surprise me if they signed Dak during the season. If everything is going good, because I know Jared, if we're winning and all of that, Jerry, he gotta keep everything spiced up. He'll be like, let's go and sign Dak right now.
I'll tell you what, we have another Green Bay collapse in the divisional round. Guess what, fellas?
Yeah.
They're blowing
half
this
our
shit
team
up.
will be gone if that
You
happens.
know what's going to happen.
I think this is probably one of our last hurrahs before they go into total rebuild. I agree with you on that, Wade. I think if we don't make it this year, it'll be a rebuild. But we'll just have to see.
I don't even think it's going to be a rebuild. Honestly, this is.
I don't think it'll be a rebuild.
Outside looking in, this is how I see it. I see CD getting signed, Micah getting signed at the end of this season. I see Dak being gone, and I think you guys will ante up and keep Duron Bland, re-sign some of these other players that you guys have on your team, and get you a quarterback out there. That's what I think.
That's the thing. Mike Fisher, I've been listening to him for years. He usually knows this stuff. Cowboys fans, just wait till this next offseason. The real rebuild is coming this next offseason. As much as y'all don't think it's coming, it's coming.
So what's the real rebuild look?
There's a lot of guys that are on their last years of their contract. They're going to let a lot of these guys walk. Like literally 80% of this roster is going to be different.
Not nobody big.
We got a lot of players on.
Who are you talking about? You're talking about DeMarcus Lawrence. Okay, that's one.
So the thing is if they fall flat on their face, the coaching staff might be totally different too. This could be a total rehaul.
Oh, I see that.
I'm not going.
I predict that Zeke will probably retire after this year. That's just my prediction.
Zimmer's the head coach.
Definitely not at 67.
Zimmer, nah, I don't.
One thing I disagree
will
with.
Be back.
I think that depends on the postseason.
And if we get blown out again, like the last time
again, sorry. So who you guys want? Give me a name.
Vrabel.
Vrabel? They didn't want Vrabel this year.
Hell, give me Bill Park. Give me Bill Belichick.
You want
Bill Belichick's older than Zimmer. He's like 70 years old.
Yeah, but Belichick.
74 years old.
Bill Belichick and Mike Zimmer as the defensive
coordinator.
coordinator.
Haven't done shit without a Tom Brady. I want no parts of Bill Belichick.
Right.
Deion Sanders not built for the NFL. Sorry, Bobby.
I'm gonna tell you something though. If Jerry do get Bill Belichick,
I'm getting to the super chat. Sorry,
Bill Belichick is if Jerry do get Bill Belichick, Bill gonna tell Jerry, resign Dak. You either resign Dak or I'll walk out this door.
Mark Hudson says Jerry likes it to let it
Belichick doesn't want. You
ride.
think Belichick wants
Belichick
Thomas?
ain't
You
going
think?
there.
Yeah, Dak. Belichick doesn't want Dak.
Well, Belichick is
Yes,
real
he
cool with Bill
does.
Parcells, and he's seen how they did to Bill
Nobody
Parcells.
knows. This
I don't
is
think
all
Bill
speculation.
Belichick
Nobody knows
wants that
what he
stuff.
And
wants
that's why I
and
said
doesn't
Vrabel,
want.
because Vrabel
Belichick doesn't
will
want Dak.
be more of a yes man. kind
Belichick
of
wants to have full
coach.
control
I
of the team.
think
Right.
Jerry's
and they won't
at
let him
the
do
end
that.
of the line. He keeps referencing Green Bay. I really think that game has like eaten
Deion
at him.
Sanders and Son on the
It's
way.
eating at me.
I'll take
No
Hunter.
way.
I don't want Shador or Deion, but I'll take Hunter, Bobby.
No, I'm taking Hunter game time.
Yeah, that's what I
Hunter-
said. I'll
You
take
remember-
Hunter.
you
I don't want
remember-
you
Shador
remember-
or Deion.
Hunter is nice.
I was gonna say, y'all
Hunter
do
is
remember when
legit.
they asked
That's the only
Jerry
one I
about
like.
Mike McCarthy's contract? His first words out of his mouth were Green Bay. That should let you know everything.
There you go.
Jerry's
Bobby,
not going to
you're
let
in.
any coach run his team. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Belichick will not step foot here. Or
Yeah, Belichick's not going to. He's not going to put up with that.
No, he ain't gonna. Belichick, his attitude is gonna be like,
Well,
part of my
I
language. He's gonna
wouldn't
be
say
like,
he wouldn't want to do it. He already made a statement. He wants to come back and be the all-time winningest coach.
Go get Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll, damn.
Pete Carroll.
Fucking Pete Carroll.
I mean, just load up on those
Jesus
coaches. Get
Christ.
Pete, just get Pete
Get
Carroll, Bill Belichick.
Pete
just
Carroll just-
keep Mike Zimmer.
You're
Pete
gonna have
Carroll
to
took a-
have
Pete Carroll just took a
Manmusil
teacher's
and
jo-
Cialis on all over that place.
in the
But-
vending
Right.
machine.
Jesus
Just have a
Christ.
vending
As-
machine
as
there.
as a
All
matter of
drawing
fact,
full Social Security.
Jesus Christ.
as a matter of fact, Pete Curtis took a
Just throw
teacher's job at
Depends
USC
in there
today.
while we're at it.
That's why I'm saying
I
Vrabel
mean,
would be perfect
hell,
in Dallas.
bring back
Just sit
Wade
there and get
Phillips,
Mike
too,
Yeah,
while you're
Mike Vrabel would be perfect.
Bring back Wade
Vrabel's a
Phillips.
dog, and I think he would get that defense to be a top-notch defense. 'Cause you
Urban
have-
Meyer.
Yeah, I agree.
you have the people.
Urban Meyer. Don't even go
Yeah.
there with that creepo.
No, Urban Meyer.
I would take
Meyer.
Urban
I'm just
Meyer.
saying, could
Him and-
Wade Phillips be
him
the
and
defensive
Jerry
coordinator at 100 years old?
Him and Jerry
I
would
tell you
thrash.
what, if Tennessee had,
Oh, yeah, they would
had a
clash.
quarterback when Vrabel was there, that team would have been really good. They just never got a quarterback. So if they had A.J. Brown, they had Derrick Henry, they just didn't have a quarterback. But they had a good defense.
Nope.
Now the general manager, and I know this for a fact because I live here in Nashville. The general manager messed that team up.
Didn't he get
messed
fired
that
over
team
that
up.
A.J. Brown trade?
He did. He
Hell
got
yeah,
fired.
hell
He
yeah,
got
they
fired
fired
2
the-
days after Philly beat him, and A.J.
They
Brown,
fired
I
the
think,
sh-
had 2 touchdowns in that game. Then they
They
canned
fired
him
the
2
sh-
days later.
They fired the shit out of his ass.
Yes, they did. Because
Shoot.
his draft pick replacement never turned out to be what A.J. Brown was.
Because what had happened was he made them piss poor decisions, thinking that the blame was going to go on Mike Vrabel, and Mike Vrabel had told the general manager, he said, "Man, you better not make them decisions, man. You better not make them decisions." And I've been damned if that crazy fool didn't make them decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie,
He
Nick
made it-
Saban, he's not coming out of retirement. He's
Nick
done.
Nick Saban worked for
Nick Saban
ESPN.
is-
He
He
worked
was
for
a better
ESPN
college
now.
coach than he was an NFL coach.
Yeah, Nick Saban worked for ESPN now. He worked for the SEC network. He gonna call SEC games this year. Shoot, Nick Saban sitting pretty, man. He's worked for
He ain't got nothing
ESPN.
more to prove, really.
Nope.
No, he's worked for ESPN. He owned three different Mercedes car companies down in Tuscaloosa. Nick is sitting pretty. He's sitting pretty. He took them. He got that $70 million from Alabama and said, "Bye."
Phillies won, thank God.
All right.
Another big name come next year will be Ben Johnson, that offensive coordinator there in Detroit.
Dabo Sweeney, Dustin Bosley says, what about Dabo Sweeney
No,
being
he
the head
sucks.
coach of the Cowboys?
No.
He reminds me
Nah.
of Dracula.
You
He
know what?
reminds
Give
me
me-
of the Eagles, Sirianni. That's
you know
who
what?
Dabo
Give me
Sweeney
the
reminds me
offensive
of.
coordinator in Detroit. There you go.
Yeah,
you want
Ben
me to get
Johnson.
some? There you go.
They got a lot. They got a lot of similarities. Dabo and Sirianni do.
I'm getting to you, West Virginia. I didn't forget you, bro. Let
Not
me
bad,
see.
coach. I'm just saying.
Jerry's an idiot with contracts. And West Virginia Country Boy, Brian, you missed me. Now, I was getting there. I was taking a drink, bro. This is hard work. Hard work. So let's see here. West Virginia toys. Go ahead, boys. Keep going. You're doing well. Less is more for me. This is Zoom call. This ain't about me tonight.
Close it.
Jacob Lemaster. Ben Johnson said, "Hell nah" to the Commanders last year. Here you go. You want some Commanders? I'll give people some Commanders. There you go. I'll give you a few seconds.
My home team, my loyalty. I'm at Uptown Royalty. We fight for all DC. Who are we? I speak facts, facts. I'm not making riddles. The Hawks open big old holes for John Riggle. Chantella's on the team. You knew that he was smashing. Daryl.
All right, I'm back. No, I played a little Commanders. You never heard that song, Drew?
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, it is bad, but that's why I like playing it.
That's terrible.
We're the Commanders. Bobby Babinski. All Jerry has to
I
do
hope they
is sell
change that name.
one of his yachts for CD. Yeah, I'm so over it, Bobby. I really am. This team gives me more gray hairs than I want. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
2 for West
just,
Virginia, 1 for Bobby.
Just gonna franchise tag CD.
Possibly.
Hey, if they
Get that
franchise
shit off
tag
my
him, how's he
phone,
gonna take
LOL. West Virginia. Me and Phil got our flights, bro. We got our flights to Dallas.
Yeah. So what's the thing? Is anyone heard Sweet? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it's Mark.
You don't know.
Mark's running that, so who knows? Again,
Mark hadn't said much, but
no, he's a last minute guy. So good luck, West Virginia Country Boy. There you go. We'll see. I'm gonna bug him, but we got time. But yeah, I'm gonna bug him because I don't know. We have to really sit down and come up with a link and see how many people are actually going to go. Because our experience is people say a lot, but then nobody actually follows through. Then you're sitting
2.
there.
I told them. I said, put me down for 2. We get a suite. That's what I told them. Depending on the price or whatever, but
seats. Yeah, we're working on it.
You know how much the suite's going to cost?
We need to crash Mark's next live stream on Friday night and say.
Well, we were talking about a suite.
Yeah. I know. I'm saying, how much a suite is going to be?
About 14,000 probably.
It's going to be expensive.
Yeah, but if you got
Jerry's
30 people,
world,
you got 30 people, 14,000. Yeah, we can come up with it.
West Virginia Country Boy, you are in the hopper. We definitely got some drawings tonight. So
I mean, $450 a piece would be pretty much 14,000. At $450 a piece at 30 people.
Yes.
I mean, you're gonna sit in the nosebleeds for $300.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a lot of money.
You're gonna you'll pay $100 just to stand up.
I'm just saying, I gladly pay $100 more just to be at the 40-yard line, 50-yard line, bird's eye view in a suite.
Yeah, again, we need to press Mark on that because, I don't even know if Mark's going. So, I mean, he says he's going, but I mean, we'll see.
Call him, Brian.
No,
I
don't know. He's, he doesn't really talk to me too much. Everybody thinks I don't hear from him that much. So he's
if
busy
I won a
with
lottery,
Dan
I'd be
Sileo
there.
But... yeah, Mark comes. I don't know what that. Yeah, Mark Holmes' shoulder. She should see the game much better. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I assume he's going to do it. Would be nice for fans to sit together. Yeah, I agree, West Virginia.
I love that.
I mean, I agree with you. But
have a whole entire chat on there.
AT&T is fucking expensive.
30 seats is, in a suite. We could do that. Here's the issue. It's a primetime game against the Eagles. it's going to be hard for us finding 100 seats in Cowboy Stadium right now together to sit as fans. It's going to be damn hard.
Yeah.
What day is that? Is that Sunday night?
Yeah, it's a Sunday night game too. There's no way people.
No. It's 4:25. It's a afternoon.
4:25.
Yeah.
Was that November
10th?
November 10th?
November 10th.
Yeah, watch them. Watch if the NFC East is on the line. Watch them flex that to 7:30.
I don't know if it's at
both
the
times
point
we play
of,
the Eagles is
flex.
425. I'm surprised they're not neither one of them are Sunday night games. Oh.
I'm looking something up here. During the 2024 season, flexible scheduling for Sunday night may be used twice between weeks 5 and 10 and weeks 11 and 17. Ooh, okay, so they could do it. Monday Night Football games are eligible for flex scheduling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's a very important game,
they got us playing Tampa Bay at Sunday Night Football. Really?
Yeah, it sucks.
Oh my God.
Let's look at the schedule real fast, just real quick. I'll share it with everybody. Oh wait, where is it? Team. Oh wait, I already had it. Boom. Where is the schedule? I guess it's teams. Dallas.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get it on Mark's live stream on Sunday on the Zoom call and talk to him.
Well, he knows, but he needs to be pushed. Week 1 at Cleveland. Week 2 home against New Orleans. Week 3 home against Baltimore. Week 4 at the Giants. Yeah. At the Steelers. Okay. Home against Detroit. We got a bye week 7 at the Niners, at the Falcons, and then we are home 325 against the Eagles on November 10th. And then we have a Monday night, so we're not, they're not going to flex it to Monday night. And the Sunday night schedule stuck, so they're not going to flex that because we're on the following Monday. So it'll be a 425, which I like. I like a 425 game. So I don't
think they'll flex.
Yeah, they're not flexing
is
that.
It CBS? That might be like a game of the week.
Yeah, don't give the Joneses any more money until he signs his best player. Don't know why he's oppressing the fans so much. It's not even funny anymore. Yeah, Bobby, that's where I'm at here. Again, I'm glad football's about ready to start.
Do you look, people, Steven, they're hard negotiators. Look at Emmitt Smith. I mean, damn, he held out 2 games for crying out loud. This is after winning the Super Bowl for crying out loud.
West Virginia, definitely.
We got 6 primetime games this year.
What I need you to do, West Virginia, is to go on Mark's Live too, and because he's the one that's in charge. I will tell everybody that he's friends with Dak's uncle. We're definitely doing some sort of tailgate on Sunday, but he needs to focus on the tickets to the games and what are our options.
Yeah, needs to do that fast because season's on.
Doesn't Dak have a suite?
Huh?
Doesn't Dak have a suite?
Yeah, I don't know about that, to be honest with you. Bobby in West
Mark's
Virginia, you're going in the
uncle?
hopper. I mean, I don't think he has his own suite. Dude, they charge him for lunches every day. You think they're giving him a suite? I doubt it.
I mean, damn, Dak is a billionaire.
They're cheap, man.
What did that have to do with it?
Well, he's saying, does Dak have his own suite? Why don't he let us have the suite?
Yeah, Mark
He probably has a suite for his family.
I mean, go to the Star; it spared no expense.
West Virginia country boy, I know, man. He's too big, man. He's big. He's big time.
Yeah, he did big time, Mark.
He don't answer chats like you. I try to. It's tough when when I'm talking or arguing with the guys in the Zoom. It's tough because it's a lot and people think it's easy. But
look, the easiest way, we're gonna have to clamp down on Mark on Sunday.
Well, I don't mind bringing it up, but just know that I go from 0 to 60 fast. I'll be nice and say, no, we need to figure out, what have you come up with? Nothing? All right, everybody, this is what I told you. We're gonna drag. I'm not saying that's what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna end up getting annoyed because I got a lot of people. I need to start writing people's name down. Give me a thumbs up in the chat. I need to have like hard all right, obviously, let me write. I got Wade plus one, you said? Wade plus one?
Yeah, if it's a suite, it's 30 people, but
Wade
like,
plus one, West Virginia.
Hey,
Plus
fam,
one.
I'm gonna drop off. I hope you guys have a good night.
Yeah, take
All
it
right,
easy.
brother. You have a good
see you
one.
later.
Take it easy, Rob.
West Virginia plus
I'm
one.
gonna have to drop off here in a minute too.
All
guys.
right, man. I'll talk
Yeah, I
to
gotta
you.
work.
Yeah, I'll be wrapping it up soon. So, I'm just trying to get it. Everybody put a thumbs up. Yeah, Dustin. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. So right now I got Wade, West Virginia. I think the Ward family. They're not on tonight, but I know he's got a hotel room. You know, you figure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would say Ward family plus one at least. And then you got Phil, me, Mark. So right there we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so it's like
I heard Mark said email him on one of his videos. He said email if anyone's interested.
I'm gonna do a drawing
on
real
one of
fast,
his-
everybody. I'm gonna do a drawing. So, we didn't have a winner. Like there was a winner that went unpicked. So I'm gonna pick a winner. I mean, unclaimed. So I threw his name back in the hopper from a couple weeks ago. I haven't seen him on. So I told him I'd take care of him anyway. So, but he hasn't, you know, I haven't seen him to talk to him. I'll take care of him. So I was thinking about, well, it's not fair now, but why am I waiting until Sunday? What's too, like, what do you want me to do? He's not on here. He doesn't visit my channel. So
You guys take it easy.
all right, man. Have a good one.
All right, take it easy.
Take care now.
See you.
Mark Hutchton. That's the first one. I drew Mark Hutchton as 1. And West Virginia Country Boy is the next one. So I got 2 winners. Mark, let me know what you want, big guy. You're first up. And then West Virginia Country Boy. Mark normally gives his back in, but, you know, it's up to him. So just let me what you guys want. We got, you know, I got my hats. I got one shirt. I got some cool, I haven't printed up the shirts. Dustin Gantum, I received the hat. Thanks, man. So you guys are both winners. So let me know what you like. It's a shame because there's no Eagles. I have all this Eagles stuff. Mark, you want an Eagles item? I have this wonderful Eagles item. Look at that. Look at that. I got to get it out of my house before I start to itch. So, anyway, email me at Game Time, Brian, and let me know what you, yeah, I mean, I'll have to wait and see, like, what Mark wants. Maybe what I'll start doing is, see, I don't think it's fair to empty the hopper. So that's the thing. I don't think it's fair to do that. So let me know what you want, Mark Hutchton. I have hats. I got the bobblehead. I don't know if you like bobbleheads, but I got bobbleheads. It's about what I have right now. I don't know what size you are. I got one shirt left before I start making all my shirts. I did get some designs in. So Mark wants the bobblehead. Okay. I think I sent you something before, Mark. So you're good. But just in case, I'm gonna unpin this. Just email me. at GameTimeBrian@gmail. But I think I have your address. But all right, there it is. Just email me with your address again, Mark, just in case. And West Virginia country boy, let me know. I got other hats. I am gonna have more. Put you back in the hopper. Okay. Thank you, Bobby. Appreciate it. I don't have any more baubles, West Virginia. Bobby Babinski. You're in the hopper, bro. I hate all this talk. I want the season to start. Mouse, I'm the same way. I got a little annoyed tonight. It's just, again, I can't help what this team does, you know.
Yep.
I just
you just
can't help
gotta
it.
just. We've gone through worse off seasons, people.
Yep, I hear you. Yeah, West Virginia. I got one shirt. I believe it's a large. And then I'm making a bunch of other shirts. I'll have shirts very soon in a few days if you want to wait. Or I got more hats. I got different color hats. I think I sent you the hats. I got navy. I got gray. I don't have any of the black left. I got royal. I think that's about all I have right now. But I'm getting more items in. So I know you probably wanted the bauble. So email me. Let me know what you want, West Virginia. But all right, everybody, I'm going to get out of here tonight. Listen, man, it's frustrating. It's good, but it's a little frustrating. So I will talk to everybody later. Thanks, everybody in the Zoom call. I appreciate you guys.
Happy
all right?
birthday, Brian.
Happy birthday. Enjoy your night.
All right, man.
Happy birthday,
I'm going
Brian.
to bed now, man. But thank you.
I'm getting to bed.
Thanks, everybody.
I'll see y'all
later.
Talk to y'all later.
I'll see you.
Hey, man.
What?
I'm cool. This is me. We're gonna jump on that spaceship and get out of here. Let's go.
No
judgment. Shoot.
Get to smash that subscribe button. You know what? I'm gonna give it. I'll give it 4 out of 5 avocados. Korg?
I was raised by avocados.
Oh my God! Just kill me now.
Ho ho ho.
Green Giant. Hey! We know each other. He's a friend from work.
I think it's going really well. I know. This is literally the first time I took my gun out of the holster. Right.
And that is why we need a triumphant video.
What? You guys led us to this. Thank you.
You know what? I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
I'm not fucking leaving.